Hi everyone, and welcome to the Scratchicus Academy. It's Wednesday, so we are back in Eden. This is the last episode before the finale. So everything's fine, everything's good. I'm gonna be very sad to see this end, so we're gonna get straight into it ASAP. First few things, we've got a Discord. If you guys want to go hop over there and chat TTRPGs, D&D, anything you want with wonderful people like we have here in this game and in chat, please feel free to do so. Come join the family. YouTube, we are all up to date on YouTube. Everything is on there, and this will be up in the next few days if you can't quite catch it. And I did an interview the other day where I talked about Eden, and I talked about Kevin, and I talked about Adam Watson. So if you want to catch that, that's also up on YouTube. I've been told it was interesting. Also, Twitter. If you want to get into one of these games, we are bringing more and more viewer games to the channel next season, including the Cypher system, which is what Eden is run on. So drop Sprat a message. We are completely full at Christmas now, I think. I think we're running 41 games over Christmas. So that anyone who is on there and at Christmas or just wants to play TTRPG at Christmas can come hang out, basically. Yeah, we are doing this full time now. So ways to support us are things like Patreon. You can find some. You can support us on there. There's also some wonderful free articles to read on there. Some of them written by the wonderful Renee, who is in here now, freelancing. So definitely check it out. And merch. We use Redbubble for our merch. It's super comfy. It's super cozy. I'd show you the t-shirt I'm wearing, but I'm in so many layers because it's pretty cold here right now. I'm not just gonna, yeah. Also, we have some awesome sponsors. One of them is Bird in the Storm. That is run by two wonderful, wonderful human beings who I adore, and we are working on something that we will be doing with them in the new year, which I'm very, very excited about. Our other sponsor is Mage Hand Press, who creates the Dark Matter series, an awesome, I say series, material. That's what I was going for. Some really awesome material there, which you can see in action on Argo 37 on Thursdays or tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST. In this stream, I don't use World Magic Surges. I use the Numenera Oddities list. So if you want to gift one of our wonderful players here a weird oddity or something, feel free to do so. It's the same as the World Magic Surges. And every 10 retweets, we have one enter the game anyway. So we're going to go round. Let's have a look. We are going to start with Hans. How are you, Hans?
I am fine, thank you. Looking forward to tonight. We have 2 episodes to wreak havoc, and we will take no prisoners. I'm not saying we're going to kill everybody. We're just going to at least, take over. We are on board with this. So everybody in chat, just throw stuff at us, and we will make use of it. Everything's going down. Everything's happening this session, next session. We need some more flamethrowers for Dot. Let's just do this thing.
It's going to be so much chaos. I can't wait. And Zelda. How are you, Zelda?
I am very good. In my heart of hearts, I believe this is the end of Adam episode. This is
it though?
God, I hope so. Yeah, I'm playing Vestal, who is an adept. She can do magic sometimes, but not all the time. Well, she can do it all the time, but doesn't choose to do it all the time. And yeah, we are in an elevator to possibly our death, more likely someone else's death. So, see.
That's the spirit. Okay. And now we're going to hop over to the wonderful Bree. How are you, Bree?
I am ready to kill Adam Watson. I'm here for the murder. I'm here for the bloodshed. I've had one of those days that has put me in the perfect level 10 rage to come play Dot, everyone's favorite medic who's lost everything but her best friends, and she'll be damned if she loses them too, because she is going to kill Adam Watson. So that's all I got. It's just rage, fury, ready. I'm gonna make sure this ends on a high note, or Dot's gonna die trying.
I I fully believe that. I fully believe that Dot is going to go out, well, take Adam out in just a fiery mess, if anything.
Oh, yeah.
And last but certainly not least, Renee.
Hi, how are you? Han says that doesn't mean everyone's gonna die, but he also said, like, the sentence later that we have a flamethrower, and I feel like that's worth noting. We have a flamethrower, and more are always appreciated, but no promises, no one's gonna die. I know that most people, like, no, our entire party doesn't want to kill people, but, like, at the same time, we have a flamethrower, so everything's up in the air. Hi, Renee. I play JD, whose robot is probably more important than me right now, but my Skybike motorcycle is coming to sentience and is feeling things and is adorable and led to an epic group hug at the end of last session, right before everything went boom. Thanks a lot, Adam.
I love how much accusing this is. It sounds like you're all accusing Scrat so much. Was that intentional? Yeah.
No, last week I was cursing a lot more, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm just very mad at Adam, but not Scrat, because he's the cool one.
I feel like when Alice wrote this, there's a 50-50 pan. Like, she was like, I could do it like Adam and Eve, but like also Adam has really like kind of been on my bad side lately. He hasn't really been like, I'm just gonna make the villain Adam just to remind him how much he needs to
how wary he should be.
Right, like he should like really, really love and appreciate me, because I do have people with flamethrowers that I know.
Thank you. It's hot. Okay. So last week, so much happened, but we left our wonderful group heading up to the top of the OTC, following Adam Watson. And there was a moment where Soren effectively demanded a hug off of everyone from a Cosmo magazine that she had found, and she'd seen it there. And everyone was basically telling each other how much they appreciated each other. Even if for Dot it was an incredibly awkward situation, I feel the appreciation was there. And then in almost a slow-mo moment, your elevators passed and you saw Adam waving at you very cheerily, and a boom as the top floor of the OTC started to explode. One by one, it went off again and again. What are you guys doing? You see the roof, like literally it's just fire and black smoke erupt above you.
Can we feel it from where we're at?
You feel the whole place shudder and shake.
Oh yeah.
You feel the elevator drop and lurch and stop.
Dot's going to press the emergency stop button and try and press the open button on the elevator to see if it opens on like at least part of a floor.
Yeah, you it's almost as if something has snapped. It's not on cables, but maybe in one of like I've got the word for it, like the rivets or something down the side has dislodged and bent in this, and the whole elevator itself is slammed. Stop. You've hit the button and it sort of tilts ever so slightly.
Okay.
You hear more explosions starting to go off.
Can it open? Will it open?
I do not think we want to open that, because we're just going to go out there.
Artie, do you want to stay in here?
If we stay on this elevator, it's going to drop. We need to get off of the elevator before we all die. Where she like points to Artie's mother and it's like, she is going to die.
Okay, but I actually know a little bit about elevators, and I don't think this is a cable system, and I do believe the brakes would have engaged at this point. It's probably not going to fall again unless the entire rail system is off. But yeah, I guess we got to get out of here, right?
I mean, it depends on how much the explosions are putting the building at risk. Okay, this is way too complicated. Things are exploding. Things are literally exploding right now. We get out or we stay here and we watch it happen.
We need to find. We need to go down. That's where Adam is. That's where we need
Fuck
to
Adam.
There is another explosion, and you can see this almost ball of fire erupts out the top floor, throwing off and knocking all of these like big panels of grass that are hovering and floating by, and you just see them all torch and catch fire.
Okay, you guys want to try something crazy? I could try to just short out the break and we could just drop. We could just go down.
Soren, can you like maybe get in the air and keep pace with a dropping elevator?
And she sort of looks at you and puts down Artie's mum. I could try.
It'd be buck wild, but
You are, and she sort of, you see her eyes go and calculate. You are 133 levels up.
oh, that makes it sound a lot more terrifying. I will admit that makes it sound much more terrifying, Artie.
JD, do you want to do it? You're good with machines.
Yeah, but like dropping an elevator from 133 floors?
As long as we
I
can
mean-
stop it in time to land on the floor that Adam stopped at, we're fine.
Yeah, I feel like JD would be better at picking stuff up than I would. Maybe you should just do that, because I'm not sure I would catch us.
If you two work together, I'm sure it work fine. I mean, we can get Vestal on the bike with Mom. In
I mean,
case
she should be fine here. I think if we're thinking that we get Soren flying around or whatever else.
The things you ask me to do, I swear.
You said you wanted to get down. I mean, if we fall, we're going to fall quicker than Adam's going to go down. We might catch him.
We don't know what floor he's stopping at yet, but hell, if we can't try.
There's another shudder as another explosion goes off, and as you look up
Okay.
in this glass elevator, you can see the floors start dropping.
We have to go
All
now.
right.
It's-
Go.
Yeah, okay. I start like I like dig my cyber hand into a wall and just try to peel the panel back.
Yeah, I say you can peel this straight back. It's sort of dented where it's come through, and Soren is climbing up onto the roof, almost like in a spider-esque like way, and trying to pry open what looks like a hatch on the top.
Ooh, okay. Good, Soren. If we can get up top, we're at a lot less risk. Soren can't carry all of us, but maybe she could like maintain enough to slow our fall.
Yeah, but if we want to get down, we should just drop, right?
Yeah. But it helps if we don't have to stop the elevator, if we have Soren who will stop because she cares about us.
I mean,
know?
she can hold. I don't know how strong she is, but she can try and buffer the weight and grab the top of the elevator if we can't slow down fast enough to try and hit the
Sounds
brake.
like a great plan. Should we just
Okay.
do it?
Dot
Yeah,
is going
I'm like in the wall, like trying to figure out how to drop this elevator.
Yeah,
Dot's
you
going
can.
to pull MOM to the corner, and she's gonna like buffer her arms out and wrap her like legs around the waist of this woman and try to like create
Yeah.
like a fall. into
You're
it.
securing yourself,
Yeah,
basically.
she's like grabbing the top of the little lever. She's got her like legs wrapped around Mom and like pulling her to her chest. She's like,
Hmm.
okay.
What about Vestal?
Realizing that this is going to be a literal free fall and that you have to hold on to something to stop yourself from going up before you go down. Basically gonna wedge myself as best as I can on like whatever railing or
There's railings in here, so I'm assuming like maybe Dot has sort of used those as well, as sort of
Clutch.
securing. Yeah, and so Vestal, you're doing the same.
yes, Renee, not Renee.
Who's Renee?
Who's
We've
Renee?
all been there.
Just
Maybe
like DJ.
I've
Who's
seen you
teaching
fix things. I'm sure it's a lot easier to break them.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm just like
Yeah.
pulling things out and looking at wires.
Okay, and what is Artie doing?
Artie's got his tools out and he's like spreading them on the ground next to JD and just like ready to hand her something.
Okay, so I need Vestal and Dot to make a might check for me, please, of a 3 to hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, just the 3. Okay. So you two are holding on as tight as you can, and JD and Artie, I need you to make an intelligence check of 4. Bear in mind, if you have anything you can use for this, feel free.
I think I would like to use my one of my nat 20s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can
Thanks,
do that.
chat. You're all awesome.
I'm going to spend effort, and I have nothing that contributes to this as skills.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, perfect. That's okay.
So, you're all bracing yourselves, and Artie and JD are looking at this panel. Soren has climbed up out of this thing, and she's sort of like, almost like a suction cup type thing with her fingers as they just clamp down onto the top of the elevator. And with her legs, she sort of stretches them to either side and looks down to JD and goes, "Whenever you are ready." And
Do I know what thing to pull?
you can see a red wire and a blue wire. You know one of them will loosen the grips on the side, which will enable you to fall, and on the other one you will go up. On a nat 20, you know it's the red wire, sorry.
The red wire is the one that goes up or the one that goes down, Alice?
Red wire takes you down. It loosens the things, and you hear one more time just above you as this explosion goes off, and you feel the heat. You can see behind, if you look up, you can see through Soren this fire.
I pull it, I'm pulling it right now. This is hot, we're in the heat of the moment. I'm pulling that wire.
You feel your stomachs lurch as you shoot down these hundreds of levels. Dot, you are managing to secure yourself. You can feel your grip going, but you're managing to keep hold. Vestal, you are secure. Now, what is JD and Artie doing? Because they didn't secure themselves. What are you doing as this rushes down?
Artie made the mistake of looking up to see the flame when it was coming up, which is why he did badly. He's not even looking at the 2 wires for the second, so he did not do anything.
So, can you roll a might then for me of 5? Because you are not holding on to anything.
Yep, let's
If I
just do it.
see them, like, can I grab one of them, whoever's closest to me, to see if I can help a little bit?
If you can
How'd you
roll a 4 and you're trying to catch Artie, yes, because Artie has
Speed or
rolled a
might?
1. So,
Speed or might?
what would you think it would be for Vestal?
Oh, it's
Are you doing it really quickly,
him,
or are
but-
you holding on super tight?
you know what? Might's my worst, but I feel like that's a more logical.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so you don't quite grab Artie. You sort of fall. You sort of not let go, but you reach forward as Artie effectively leaves the floor of this elevator as he gets thrown up from the force of this, and you're scrabbling at his feet. JD, what are you doing?
So I I pull the wire and I grab onto the inside of the elevator with my mechanical arm and just try and hold on.
Yeah. Okay, can you roll a might, please, as well?
I-
3, because you're not distracted.
And I was moving all at once and oh, there it is. Oh gosh, this is also my worst one.
Oh. On a 1.
No, what the heck?
On a 1, you fly up effectively, a bit like Artie, and as Vestal reaches out to Artie, she accidentally pulls him into your path, and you both crash together and hit the ceiling of this.
Oh!
And thank you, likes a villain. You guys come hurtling down, and Artie and JD, you manage, as Vestal's reaching up, you manage to grab one of her hands each, and you are pulled back down onto the elevator. And you can see the ground around you rushing up faster and faster. You're passing the trees, the grass. You can see it tumbling out of the sky on fire and crashing into the ground. And then there is a massive impact. And for a moment, you feel like that, almost like that when you hit your funny bone kind of feeling, as almost like it's like a shock goes up all of your bodies. And this hurts. This really, really hurts. Dot, you will have definitely have let go by this point on the impact. It probably would have thrown you off your balance and your keeping yourself down. And you other three, you will have definitely all been thrown off balance. But you are on the ground.
We see the adjacent elevator on the ground floor as well?
Yes, it is open, it is empty. Your elevator doors are slightly wonky, just opening, closing, over and over, as Soren climbs back through the hatch.
Oh, thanks, Vestal.
Yeah, hello. I'm glad everyone's alive. I mean, we're gonna be sore, but alive, I guess.
Dot checks Mom for vitals.
Mom is fine. She's breathing normally. From how you held her, she seems to it's almost like you encased her, so she is absolutely fine. She's still out, but she is fine. Soren walks over to you and holds out her arm. Would you like me to take her?
Soren, I'm going to see if I can get somebody to help from here, and I'm going to go out the elevator door. Looking for anybody from security, anybody who works here.
Yeah, you walk down. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I can't carry her, so someone wants to get her off me at least.
Soren will take her from you and probably follow Artie out into the hall. Now, this is the hall you're used to. You came here every morning to get your tea. It's the same security guards over and over again, but there is sheer panic. You can see flames erupting from the top. You can see just dust as your vision is completely obscure. As this building is coming down, you can see security guards rushing people out. You can see like firemen running in to try and stop the flames in the garden.
I'm looking through anything I can see through like glass or windows to try and see where the other elevator ended up.
Yeah, the other elevator ended up right next to you. It is empty. Whoever or Adam, who was in that, has walked out. In fact, you can look up on the screens where you see all this havoc. And walking through this crowd of absolute chaos, you see Adam strolling out into a taxi.
I'm running out the door. I'm running after him. I'm like holding my other shoulder with my good shoulder with my mechanical arm and just like running.
Dot is following, and the whole time she's screaming, "It was Adam Watson! Stop him! Ah!"
And
it was Adam Watson! She's like following.
Yeah, just like staggering. And you reach the taxi at the time as it's about to take off, and you see him sat there with an arm around someone and just shaking his head at you. And he mouths something to you and then waves, and it disappears.
I run until I literally can't run anymore, like until I hit the edge of the building, and I even reach out.
Yeah.
After, and I just like, when I obviously can't get there, I just like punch the air.
Are there any more sky bikes around?
They're all being taken by people trying to get away. You can see people loading other people into taxis, into sky bikes, onto car, everything. There have been.
Is there any nearby where someone is loading it on that Dot can potentially throw someone off of? I will roll a speed. I will roll.
There's you can see just a couple of doctors or researchers getting onto a bike. They're being shown there by a security guard. You can see them.
Dot's gonna use her nat 20 to just rip them off and hop on this bike.
Yeah.
She's not gonna put a helmet on. She's gonna just like check them off, fling over it, and she's gonna commandeer this bike and catch up to JD.
Okay, so what, you're coming up to JD, who's currently stood on the edge?
Yeah, and she's gonna she's gonna be shrieking. She's got one hand on the bike, the other hand around her waist, like, get on!
I'm on it. I'm jumping. I'm moving. Everything is movement right now.
Dot is going to try and trail this taxi as fast as her little wounded body can.
Okay. On a nat 20, you throw these people off the bike, you whiz over to JD, you both hop on, and you dive straight down. What is Vestal and Artie doing?
Question, can I see this taxi?
Did you run?
I probably would have followed JD.
Yeah, if you follow JD, then yes.
Can I use another spell, possibly?
Yes, you can.
Vestal is best friend.
I'll have a look.
I can move long distances as long as it's an uninterrupted path.
Okay.
Can I
That's awesome.
land on the hood of the taxi?
Okay, so you can do this. You have to weave, like you're weaving between people, you're sort of dashing and ducking, and probably JD and Dot, you will see Vestal going at a ridiculous speed as she's running across, and she jumps onto this taxi bonnet and disappears just before you manage to find the bike. And
that would make following the taxi much easier with a human on top of it. So perfect. She's gonna follow the taxi with a Vestal on it.
Oh yeah, I gotta say, bonnet is hood of a car. No, because this is the thing again. But yes, and what about Artie? Because you're stood there with Soren right now, who's holding your mother. Like,
Yeah, I'm grabbing an emergency worker, and I'm trying to find somebody that I can pass her off to.
you can see the security guard you normally see as he's ushering people out.
Hey, my mom, she's hurt really bad. She needs just to get taken to medical services. We don't have... somebody's got to take her.
Yeah, pass her in. And he just sort of
All right.
holds it and he takes it. He's like, get out of here.
Thanks.
Go.
Yeah. Soren, let's do this. Let's get out of here.
And Soren will immediately, as she starts running in that direction. As she does, she jumps and she turns into this bike once again.
Yes.
And it's just like, come on, Artie.
Let's do this, Soren. Okay, we got to follow JD.
Okay. And she sort of whizzes off after you. So, in this chase on this taxi, Vestal, you are holding onto this bonnet. You can see this taxi driver who is now absolutely horrified that there is someone on the hood of his car. And you can see in there Adam Watson, and he's got an arm round a woman and an arm round a child in this back seat.
I'm yelling at the taxi driver to stop.
Yeah, he you can't hear like him, but he's like, like he's panicked, like I can't see, like as you're doing this. And now Dot and JD, you can see this coming in. Vestal, I need you to roll a might to hold on, and I need you to roll a 4, please.
Got advantages and 20s.
Oh, I'm definitely using a 20 then.
Yeah.
I'm not chancing this.
Yep.
I'm so excited. Oh, that's the last.
You manage to hook like your fingertips underneath just the small bit on the hood of this car as he tries to try and navigate whilst you're effectively in his eye line. He can't see where he's going, and you hear the beeping of horns and the stuff like that as you get flung round the side and race off. Dot and JD, you're close behind, and you can hear Soren and you can see Artie whizzing just slightly above you as he sort of goes into a dive.
Can I get up to the side of the taxi? Can I get in there? I mean, I'm sure they're driving a little bit slower now that there's a human on his.
Yeah, they're driving a bit slower, but it's also erratic.
Right, because everyone's escaping.
Yeah, because you'll find the door is locked. So are you going to try and force your way in?
Dot is like getting up to the window and she's gonna say, JD, the flamethrower's in my backpack, it's got weight. Try and smash that window.
Okay, I'm like holding onto Dot with one arm and like unzipping her backpack with the other, and I like pull out. Oh, sick! And then I'm gonna just like smash it into the window.
I would also like to emphasize that I am on the side with the woman, not the child.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. The woman is on like the right-hand side, and the child is on the left-hand side.
We're on the right-hand side there. That way she can use her robotic arm then too, because I think it's her left arm. I'm not sure.
Yes, it's something like that.
Right,
But
right.
Oh,
I need
well,
you
we're
to
over
roll a might of a 3 to smash through this. This is also the perfect time that we've reached 10 retweets. So I'm going to give you all a number as well. So JD 1.2, RT3, and Vestal 4. Let's have a look. But yes, please roll a might for me, JD.
Okay.
3. Artie.
Every time Artie gets it, it's scary.
Okay, you
That's
do
true.
smash this glass, but you know when it shatters, it almost like spider web straight across, and you can hear the child and the woman in there absolutely screaming their heads off as they see this happen, and the taxi driver lurches out of panic. Vestal, I need you to make another one, but this time a 5, because they've just basically thrown you almost upside down.
I'm definitely burning my advantage for this as well.
Yes,
So
that's fine. Never mind. How would you like? I'm gonna say your hands start to glow at this point as you grip on so tightly as this taxi is flung upside down. Everyone in it also flings upside down, but you manage to almost like spider-like pull your feet up, and also your feet start to glow as you secure yourself onto the bonnet of this taxi. And guys, you see this.
Vestal is so epic.
Vestal is
For a
lucky.
moment.
I'm living! I'm alive!
Vestal, how are you reacting to this?
I'm just as astounded at myself as everyone else. I feel like because my hands glow, and I feel like the gem reacts to it's almost like a muscle memory, like something that I haven't experienced. I haven't been thrown into danger since it's happened, and it like everything starts to like slow down. It's almost like I'm doing that far step thing where it's like flying, and I'm just like trying to hold on and moving with the car kind of as it's rolling.
Yeah, so you effectively hold on to this car, and the rest of you will see this car completely flips upside down, and it's almost like Vestal doesn't move at all, just clamped onto this like now glowing bonnet of this taxi. Artie, what are you doing?
I am holding on for dear life onto Soren as she screams through the air.
Yeah, you can see her. You can almost, the only way I can describe it is like the speeder bikes on Star Wars. You know, you've got that rush of like, she is just diving straight down towards JD and Dot.
I did not put on my helmet here. I am just flying, air like pulled all the way back.
Oh my gosh, Hung! You're telling me that Artie's becoming a little badass.
Artie does not remember how to do everything all the time.
What a hero.
You can feel this rush. You can feel this real rush of air as you dive down. And now, if Dot or JD look back, you can see Artie almost like bounce to a stop and come level with you, only a few inches behind. What are you doing?
Dot's gonna scream to Artie to get the other side of the, to get to the other side of the taxi and try and get them to stop moving.
To go,
Okay,
so
Soren,
you're
we
going
gotta
on
do
the
that.
left or?
I'm on the right side still. We're just moving
Okay.
more over to the right.
Okay. Also, thank you, A. Kelly Lane, for a nat 20 to Vestal.
Yes!
Probably for being such a badass.
The ultimate badass.
Please, thank you.
Power so strong. Unstoppable Vestal.
Vestal is best friend and also our hero.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Artie, could you please roll me an oddity?
I did that earlier.
Oh, did it not go?
Yep,
Oh,
no,
86,
it's fine.
sorry. Yeah,
No problem.
Hopefully it's no
Everything's fine.
flesh.
Yeah,
Or
hopefully not.
bones or corpses or...
Oh, okay. Sorry, bear with me one moment.
No, there's a few things going on. I think we all understand that.
Oh, and
So
it looks-
badass. Okay.
Laser.
You can, sadly not a weapon.
Mm.
You, as you're flying along, the Wizmo pops out of the back, and you can feel rain start to fall as all your buzzers ring 2 p.m. And the Wizmo just automatically runs over and puts like this little, it's like a yellow anorak, just pops it over your head, and then sort of comes and sits in front of you and pulls it shut around both of you. All this rain starts to bounce off of this anorak. It doesn't touch you at all.
RT, that's nice, but thanks.
And then seeing you look slightly as he holds up a spanner like,
Okay.
and
good.
he's like pointing at the taxi like like he doesn't this Wizmo
Okay.
not too sure what to do.
Let me try that.
So are you on the right hand side with Dot and Renee as well?
We're opposite, correct? We're trying to box them in. Yeah.
Are you
Well,
boxing
I'm on
in?
the opposite side from them.
Okay. You're all either side. Are you trying to crash into this? Are you just boxing him in, or are you trying to do something else as well?
Well, if we're just trying to get him to stop this fucking vehicle.
Okay.
Anything to stop it.
As you look in, you can see now that Adam Watson has a gun to the taxi driver's head. And he is just making this guy drive. And you see all these, like the taxi driver is panicking, and you can see him looking at you out the side window. And Vestal, he looks at you and just mouths to you. He goes, and he just flips the car again to try and throw Adam off.
Is he flipping right or left?
He is flipping left.
All right, so that's an arty thing.
Yeah. So
Sadie sees the gun and she yells, "Guns are illegal!"
that they are.
That's probably the gun he killed the matron with. Oh, that little. Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
And Vestal, I need you to make another roll, please, as you are flung the other side.
I'm gonna use that advantage.
Yes, you can roll the advantage. You need
Is there any dents or anything in the car that I can use to help?
You
brace
have
myself?
you've got these handholds that you're already in, which you could probably just hold on to and make it a 4. If you want to, if like you're already fairly secured, you're just sort of maybe flattening yourself to the bonnet a bit more. 5, yeah. So you manage, seeing as this guy warns you, you sort of, and he flips and he turns. Artie, what are you doing? There's a car now coming towards you.
Soren.
So Soren just quickly
doing, right?
weaves out of the way and sort of comes over the top and puts you up near the bonnet on the right-hand side where Vestal is now coming back up. Probably, how's Vestal looking? Like, is she nervous? How is she looking right now?
Oh, she's absolutely terrified at everything that's going on.
I try to hand this to the banner.
Her eyes are impossibly wide, and she is going to. Yeah, I'm gonna try and grab it if I can. Unhook one arm or one hand from safety and security.
Yeah, you can. I'd say you can take the spanner off of Artie at this point, but you will have to let go of one of your hands, obviously, to do that. But that's fine. I'm not making you do a check right now. I'm just telling you.
Does it look like the fucker has dropped the gun?
He hasn't got it pointed at the taxi man's head anymore. He's still got it, but it's like it threw him off. And using one of my nat 20s, you see Adam Watson kick open the left-hand side door and shove the kid out. And the kid just drops through this space.
Yeah, Dot's gonna scream, Artie.
Soren, we gotta do that.
Go, Soren, go!
And you just hear, hold on. And Artie, I need you to roll a might of 3 to hold on as Soren just ducks and dives.
All right, let's do this. Might. And I have that. And
Yes. Okay, how do you do this? Describe the scene to me as you shoot down and then catch this child in the nick of time before hitting another car.
Okay, so Artie had his hand out to hand the spanner off to Vestal. He never got it properly back on the bike. There's not like a good one-handed way of holding this. So he's like effectively just grabbed the front of the bike and is just holding onto it with a death grip. And it leaves the other hand out free where he's able to grab this kid and just hug them into Soren. So he's just holding on to both for dear life now.
Yeah, okay, so you managed to literally, Soren shoots down with like a whoosh and you levels out at the last second as you've basically got your arms out trying to catch this kid, and you manage to grab her at the last minute, and she's not crying, but you can see where water has streamed from her eyes, but you managed to catch her at the last second. Up in the taxi,
That door's open.
That's all consuming to me. Like,
the mother is trying to kick, after seeing what's happened, she's trying to kick Adam Watson out this moving car. She's got her legs up and she is like...
Can I get around? Can I get to that side of the door is open?
Yes, you can get round to that side of the door.
JD.
Yeah?
Flamethrower. JD, flamethrower.
Yeah. I'm still watching the kid and I just hand it to Dot.
All right. Dot is going to...
Okay, they're okay.
She's like, JD, how fast do you think you can take a sky bike?
So fast? As fast as it can go?
Dot is going to try and leap from this bike into the door.
Holy shit.
You are going to need... Right, this is speed because this car is doing this as it's all over the place. I'm going to need you to roll... Hang on, you're in mid-air and you're jumping into a...
I am in mid-air and I am jumping.
I'm going to need you to roll a 5.
All right, I'm going to use my advantage.
Do you not still have a 20?
5.
Ooh, I got a 5.
Oh.
You got a
First try.
5. You jump into this car. You just make it. Like, you can feel your foot slip as you land on it, but your other foot is secured and you have to grab hold of this chair and everything. And you see like this mass of just 2 tangled bodies as they're trying to, you can see Adam Watson trying to fight this woman off. And this woman who is just screaming and crying and beating the crap out of this guy. She thinks her child is dead. So she is really going for it.
As Doc gets in, she's gonna scream like, JD, help me get this woman out of the car. And she's like trying to elbow at like Adam to try and like get him off of her. She's like muscling in like with this like flamethrower in hand, like beating it.
Yeah,
down
just
on
like
him.
so this is both of them. They are both like
You know,
here.
tangled.
There's a small back like seat. This isn't and if anything, the mother is now closer to you.
Okay.
So
okay.
she's not with it. She's at the moment, she's just like, I'm done. She wants
Ma'am.
No.
Dot's screaming like, the child is safe. Get out
Your
of the
daughter's
car.
okay. Please look at me. Your daughter is okay. I can help you, but please come out of the car.
And she stops for that brief second. She's okay.
She's okay. Get out.
And within that 20, because I need to burn through these, Adam Watson pushes the mother into Dot, and they both fall.
Shit! I just fear the bike.
Are you diving to catch Dot?
I'm diving to catch Dot and this woman. Fuck, Adam Watson.
And
Can I use my nat 20 to try and grab onto just the edge of this fucking...
Yeah, of course you can.
I'm going to use this nat 20 to try and grab some weight and try and pull myself up. The woman can fall behind me. I let her fall because JD's there.
Yeah. You, first of all, I'm going to need a speed from JD to get down there fast enough. And then I'm going to need, so Dot, we're using your nat 20. You are holding on to like the edge of this, just where you normally step into the car, like your fingers are just hanging on the edge.
What am I trying to beat, Alice?
You were trying to beat a 4, and then if you want to catch, you're going to need another 4 might. So speed and might, both 4s.
So I'm pretty skilled at navigating sky bikes due to my experience with Soren. Can I bring that speed down?
Make it to a 3 then.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
on a 5 you whoosh right down.
And then I'll use advantage on my might.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
You get down there and you whiz. You're down there in time and she almost collides with you. You crash. You actually get spun off. You start spinning off in another direction. And Artie, you see this as JD is sort of hit by the body of this woman who is alive, but is flung off into, I guess, essentially traffic. Vestal, how you doing?
I am seeing this and trying to prioritize.
Mm-hmm.
And
Get
in that,
magic for me in this car.
I don't think I have that, but can I try and make it into the door that's open? Or
The one you will have to climb around, so you have to let go of the bonnet and climb around this moving vehicle. So again, I'm gonna need a 5, and also thank you, Kelly, again for a nat 20 to Dot. People really want Adam dead.
Oh, we're gonna kill this bastard tonight. Oh, thank you so much. Kelly, my
I gotta
hero.
do it. I gotta do it. I have to use my nat 20. I'm too afraid of falling off this vehicle.
You can feel all this air rushing past you. You have all the flashing from the lights and the adverts going on around you. As you effectively shimmy across, like Tomb Raider style, along the side of this car. Your foot slips once, but you're absolutely fine. And you can arrive at the door where you see Dot hanging on for dear life, just at the bottom.
I'm gonna grab her. I'm gonna grab her hand and see if I can help her up.
Yeah, can you roll a might of 3, please? It's not super difficult, but you are still moving.
See, I'm not that heavy. I'm kind of small.
Yeah, you effectively, it's like you've grabbed her by the scruff of the neck and just pulled
Got a
her up.
hood, a big hood on.
Yeah, you've grabbed hold of Dot's hood and you've pulled her up and almost thrown her into the car. Like
Dot wants to go in feet first.
Yeah, you go in feet first.
Aiming for Adam's face.
You roll a might for me of 4.
Shit.
He, as you come swinging in, he grabs your feet and pushes them away. And at that, you knock the front of the taxi driver, and his head hits the steering wheel, and he is out. And you slowly feel the car start to dive.
Dot's gonna reach over to the driver's seat and unlock the door, and she's gonna scream to Vestal. And then she wants to try and get this gun off of Adam.
Okay. So I'm gonna need you. So you're both like hand to hand. You're just gonna try and wrestle it off him.
I'm gonna try and take this gun from him.
Okay. I'm going to need another might, and I'm gonna need a 5, as this Adam is fighting back, and you've just come in with the thing.
I'm sorry. Hey Kelly, I'm gonna use your nat 20 and I'm gonna get this gun from this bad guy, okay?
So I'm gonna nat 20 this gun out of this fucker's hand.
And you do. How do you take this out of his hand? He's got both of your hands and he's trying to force you away, and it's almost like a little like slap thing. There's not much room. in it.
Dot's going to headbutt him. She's got her mask on, and she's going to hit him as hard as she can in the face with her mask.
Yeah. Like you see his nose just like
Good. I hope it covers Dot.
it just explodes, and he's just like, you can see him yell out briefly, and he's sort of checking his nose, and he's like, nope. And you've got hold of his gun, and he kicks back at you again and again.
Dot's gonna start hitting him with this gun, like just the back of it. She's gonna try and just start hitting him over and over again with the back of this gun.
Yeah. So he's like this. He's trying to protect himself in this small space. So I'm gonna need a 4 from you to just at least hit him once. Yeah, you crack him like on the side of the temple, and again he winces like, ah, and he starts just. He looks angry for the first time.
Good.
He's normally been like cocky and like, hey, everything's fine or whatever. So this guy is just. He looks slightly delirious. He's sort of like, like it's like his vision blurs a little bit for a second.
While his vision blurs, she's gonna cock the gun and point it at his forehead.
And he smiles, and this car is still shooting downwards. This is getting closer and closer to the floor. There is a taxi guy in the front. What is Vestal doing?
The door is unlocked, the front door.
The
Seeing
front,
that
the
there's
front door
a
is unlocked.
huge struggle going on, I am going to help incapacitate him by using Onslaught, which allows me to use a mental.
Yeah.
That's a long block of text, but
Yeah. Okay. So describe what you're aiming to do with this to him.
I am trying to make him basically suffer from the worst headache he can imagine for just a moment.
You're trying to give him a migraine, like that splitting pain that just jumps into your head at that. And as you do this, like Dot, when this gun is pointed to his head, you can see maybe Vestal's like gem in the center of her forehead start to glow. And he yells like he's as he sort of stops for a second. Almost, he doesn't push you, he doesn't go near anything. And he starts to just freak out when he's trying to shake his head away to just get rid of this, and he's just like, and he slams his wrist on the side of his bracelet, and it's like he evaporates into thin air. This taxi is still falling.
Dot's gonna reach over to the bike, like she's gonna try and reach over the man and try and like stop the vehicle, like where it is. Like, she's climbing over, like she'll go like right up into his like legs on his feet, and she'll just hit the brakes or wherever the brake pedal is.
I'm gonna say you can do this. You've driven so many things in this. Like, you literally slam it. In fact, from Artie's perspective, you're looking down and you're seeing this taxi hurtle down to the ground, and it's like you can see it just slowly, and then just before it hits a building as it's leveled out, it stops, but with a proper kuchukum. And JD, you can see this as well. You're sort of you've gained your balance again on this bike. You've got the woman, Artie, you've got the child, and you can see just below you this taxi stop, and it starts to smoke, like where it's been overrun, it's overheated.
Okay, I look at her and I'm like, are you hurt anywhere? And I'm like checking her limbs to make sure she's okay. Like I check her arm and her fingers to make sure she still has all of them.
She's looking at you. She looks battered, but she's like, where's my baby? Where is it? Where is she?
Right over. I look over to see if I can find Artie somewhere.
Artie is flying with Soren down to the taxi, hoping to check and make sure Dot and Vestal are okay.
There. Soren. Shoot, I can't call Soren.
Just go down there. Come on. Like, and she's
yeah. I'm like steering the bike.
Yeah. You all come, Artie and JD, you come into land, and the woman immediately jumps off the bike and runs straight over and pulls the child off you, like hugging her. And it's like, as she looks at you, she's like, thank you, as she just runs off. And I'm going to leave it there for a second because I'm going to take a quick bio break.
Okay, we've got a couple minutes here to talk about how badass that was.
Okay.
That was so fucking epic.
Okay, before we go down that, we need to. Okay. We need someone to try and hack. I mean, we have enough information on Adam Watson. You guys know a lot about electronics. One of you guys is gonna have to hack something and try and find out where he teleported to.
One, is it teleportation or invisibility? He might be fucking with us.
He seems pretty scared of you guys. I think he's pretty scared. He probably ran away.
That taxi driver is a really, really good witness.
Do we even need a witness at this point?
I
Is
mean,
this
we're
about
gonna
witnesses?
kill
No,
him.
no, there's so much camera like proof.
Oh,
He's got
true, true.
warnings everywhere. It's like I'm sure everything in the OTP is backed up somewhere in like a separate place to keep it safe. I'm sure files are still around.
I do have one thing I think we should do. I think we should acknowledge the fact that chat is amazing.
Yes.
And it just like flooded that they made everything happen.
If it was not for you in chat right now, people who are watching, we would not be where we are right now. We would not be able to have beaten the shit out of Adam Watson. Oh,
I personally
yeah.
use more 20s and advantages than straight rolls.
oh yeah,
Y'all
I just,
made that scene
Thank you.
so cinematic. Like
Amazing.
y'all made that scene something straight out of a movie. Thank you.
oh my god.
Dropped 150 floors, flew around the I don't know, city, just like blowing stuff up. Amazing.
I was pushed out of a vehicle and I managed to climb back in and pistol whip somebody because of you guys.
And that's the first hour of Eden, everyone.
It's only been an hour.
It's only been an hour.
I'm like hot to the touch.
I am, and I'm DMing. I'm not even like. But yeah, you guys land. What are you
Dot
doing?
is stuck. Dot is stuck. Where she is. I mean, she is like she's in between this man's legs. Like her legs are in the air. She's got a gun on the floor, like in one hand, like set down. She's like uncocking it and putting the safety on while she's holding this brake with one foot, and her feet are just up in the air. She's just stuck.
I'm running over to the car. Like I run past the woman and the child, and I go and I try and jerk open the door to see if Adam's still in the car.
Yeah, you open it and you don't see Adam. You see Dot in the front seat. That's basically, as she said, trapped. And where is Vestal right now?
I am still in the back, like, for a moment, just, oh my god, we are alive. We were falling. Dot, are you okay?
Dot's just screaming like, "Where did that fucker go?" And she's slamming the gun on the ground. And she's just shrieking in this man's, like, her belly button is like at his pelvis. Her feet are like over his face. Like if he woke up, it would be the most uncomfortable moment for this man. But she's just slamming her angry little fist on the ground. Like
JD will run around to the door, the driver's side door, and try to yank it open from the outside.
Yeah, you'll be able to. It wasn't fully damaged in any way. It's more the front that has been.
Where did he go? I'm trying to help Dot out of the car.
as she like kind of like rolls out and lands on her butt, she's like, he smashed his watch and he disappeared. Where is Artie? Do you know what kind of technology is that? How can we find him?
Driver, is the driver okay?
He's probably a head wound. She like opens his eyes real quick. Like she stands up and she like flips open his eyes.
He's fine. He's alive. It's more like he's just knocked himself out. Maybe he's got a mild concussion.
Dot's gonna write a note, like just like on like something on him, and she's gonna like put on his lap like, Adam Watson was the person who held the gun to you. Period. We are looking for him. Period. Report this to protection offices. Period. And like puts it on his lap, puts the car in park, puts the keys on his lap or whatever machinery they use, and it's all just sitting there on his lap for when he wakes up. We need to find a computer.
Where was he going? The woman and the kid, do they know where he was going?
That's what Artie's doing right now. Is he's standing there with the woman and the child. What happened? Why did he grab you? Do you know what happened?
I don't know. You see she's trying to calm herself down because she's holding a child. She's trying to calm the child. She's like, I don't know. He just said he needed to go to the lower cities. That's all he said.
Okay. Do you guys work for OTC?
I
mean,
no,
you, not your child.
I'm a gardener. Like she's sort of like, I'm the gardener, and I was only supposed to pop in to pick up some new ID cards. I mean, you know.
Okay. Hey, I'm really glad you're okay. We've got to go because we have to go save the city from him. But I'm really glad you and your daughter are okay.
Like,
Sorry, ma'am, just stopping by. We've got to go save the city.
Is that in character, JD?
Yeah, JD does walk over though.
Yeah.
She's like robo-flexing.
Dot is following gun, like she's checking the gun for bullets, like as she goes.
Yeah, there's 2 in there.
Hey, JD, I think we got to get out of here. If we're going somewhere, and they said Adam was trying to get to the lower levels, I'm thinking spaceship.
Yeah, okay. I nod at Artie for a second, and I go over just to check in on her again. I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Do you need anything looked at? We can ask for medical assistance."
I'm a little stressed, but it's okay. Like, I'm alive. She's alive. I'm gonna go home now. Like, she sort of just, like, really dazedly just starts walking away towards another taxi port.
I walk with her for just a bit, and I'm like, I know it's not saying much, but I've fallen off a sky bike before, and just kind of like shrug my arm at her, and I'm like, you're gonna be okay. Just keep pressing forward, and you're gonna be okay. Get home safe, okay?
Dot's gonna walk up as the woman while they're saying that, and she's gonna look at the woman and be like, his name was Adam Watson. You need to tell the protection offices Adam Watson did this. He blew up the OTC. He's the one who made the rain toxic. He is the one who is trying to take over Eden. Tell the protection offices what you saw.
Adam Watson.
Adam Watson. She's gonna look at Dot, and her jaw looks like it might just smash. It's clenched so tightly. Where did he go?
I think we gotta get to the spaceship. I can't think of anything else that valuable.
Commander. Did you leave the commander in the...
Well, she said she wanted to stay down there. She was gonna do some things.
Okay, we're going. I'm gonna run over and hop on Soren. Who's with me?
I'll
I can
take the
come.
other bike.
Vestal, are you
Yeah.
okay? Come on,
I'll
come
come
join
with
me.
you.
Dot's gonna hook Artie by the arm and like start pulling him towards this other bike.
Hey,
This-
Dustin.
I help
Sorry.
Vestal onto the bike.
This Wizmo is still holding the anorak closed around Artie. This is like this raincoat is like a, you know what kids used to wear, like the yellow ones. It's like a larger size of that. And it is raining outside. You can see people starting to cough and splutter.
This again.
Everyone around you is Dot, you've got your hood up.
I've got
Artie,
gloves,
got
got my little
this.
biker glove.
I'm taking it off.
Anorak. You're taking the
I'm taking it
anorak off.
Who's next to me? Vestal, JD. One of them's gonna need it more than I will.
Who's
Yeah,
next?
neither of us have anything.
Look,
Vestal
just
has a mask,
take
though,
it.
right?
Yeah, you still
I have a mask, and what I'm wearing has like one of those big deep hoods. It's like
Mm,
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm handing it to
I'll-
JD.
yeah.
Take it.
Okay. Thanks.
Hey,
JD's, looking,
I'm probably fine.
JD's looking more and more adorable as she goes because she's now got a yellow anorak.
And light up
and
shoes.
trainers. Like these-
And light up earrings
and the light up earrings that give you little confidence boost as you go.
and little goggles that hang around my neck.
Yeah.
There's got to be a little Wizmo like hanging onto that collar, going like, "Roll."
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like the toggles that sort of normally tighten up, it's sort of holding on to those, keeping it closed for you, but it's,
Hey, RT, hold tight, Kay. We're going fast.
and it sort of goes blip, blip, as it beeps as you do this.
And as soon as Vestal's on the bike, we're taking off. Soren, pedal to the metal.
Dot is
Okay.
like close behind.
Vestal, that was epic. Wah. I have no words.
I don't know half the things that are going on, and thank you.
Are you okay?
I am shaking, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't get rid of.
Mom, no! I love you so much, Mom. Love me. Fuck we did. I love you so much, Mom.
Thank you.
And
I-
you guys, are you heading towards where you went in the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can find the hatch. You can see the clinic. There are crowds of people outside the clinic. There are people coughing, spluttering. It's not nice. You can see all these people just getting sicker and sicker.
Did we leave bodies in the clinic? We left a bunch of dead bodies in the clinic. We did, didn't we?
How many did? There wasn't a lot of
There
dead
was just
bodies.
one. There was one
Yeah.
dead body in the clinic. It was the matron in the.
She's in her
Just
separate office.
There were a couple, but Dot will know that for some reason they were gone afterwards.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. When Dot parks, she's gonna look at Artie and she's gonna grab him by the wrist. You saved someone's life up there. You did awesome.
Yeah, thanks. It was mostly Soren. Listen, I know you have to go kill Adam, but also I think that my blood may have like a vaccine against this cold. Do you want to like grab a sample or something while we're here? I mean, I don't know what we could do.
I want you to go in there and see if you can find a woman named Gretchen.
Okay.
I want you to tell Gretchen that Dot sent you, and I want you to tell Gretchen that you think your blood is what is the cure. She works in medical lab. She's normally in an office by herself. No one ever sees her. She's in the very back. I doubt Adam would have even thought about her because she's just so alone. See if you can find Gretchen. Gretchen will know if there's anyone.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
And then Dot is going to go down there with that gun. Only 2 bullets, it's all she needs. Only needs one good bullet.
Okay. So, Artie, are you going into the clinic? Okay. Is anyone going with Artie? No. Artie, you can sort of slowly, not push through, but you can see people are just so busy and packed, you can sort of walk in. And there's other people there that you haven't seen before, but they seem to be helping a lot of people. And you can see a woman disappearing into a door at the back, which looks like it leads off, not to the office and on the right-hand side, but off down to a lab.
Sounds good. Try that.
Yeah, you head over there and you can open the door and you see, oh, hello.
Hi,
Yeah.
are you Gretchen?
Yeah, how'd you know my name?
Because I know Dot, and Dot told me to find you. Okay, so here's the thing. I got the cold, and I've been cured. So I think you should take a blood sample and see if it can maybe do a vaccine thing.
Wait, what? You got cured?
Yeah, right. It's a huge conspiracy. There's not a lot of time to go over it right now because I got to go help them because they're going to go kill the guy who did it. But I got to get this done. There is so much going on I can't explain right now. Just please take a blood sample.
Sit down. Sit down.
All right.
And she and she starts taking these blood samples. She takes quite a few. She's like, okay, I hope you don't mind. I need to take a few to get. And she sort of brings over like a really sugary tea and a biscuit for like when you give blood. So she's just eat that, like. And she starts storing it. She opens up like this long thing that comes out of the wall, like this fridge, and starts popping all the blood into it. She's like, okay, so you're telling me in there is
I don't know. It's a manufactured virus. It's not airborne. It's something people are being given by this rain. I have been already through this once. I'm soaking wet and I'm fine. It's going to be maybe okay. I don't know, but I really got to go. And I'm just, thanks for the tea and the cookie.
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Like,
Thanks.
she looks utterly confused, but she's like, okay, like everything's weird right now.
Everything's crazy.
Everything's weird.
Here. Everyone's dying.
And she hasn't even heard about our day.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you can head over to like the where the ladder was going down, almost like the drain. And I'm assuming you're all heading down there.
Yeah, once we get there, I'm gonna enlist Soren's help to get the hatch open.
Yeah, Soren is already there working to get it up and off. And she looks at us, I will go first. And she starts walking, like climbing down.
Okay, I'm following you. And then...
Artie, you can catch up at this point, maybe as Dot and Vestal slowly disappear into the shaft as you can see them go down.
Sure. If I have time. Yeah.
And once again, you're all walking or climbing down. And sorry, go on.
As soon as I hit the bottom, I'm booking it.
Mm-hmm.
Does Soren have a flashlight? Is she like beaming a robot light into the
Yeah,
surroundings?
Soren's eyes have lit up. Like they're almost like acting as torches because all the lights are off. Every single light is down.
Dot's got her finger like right on that side edge right there, and she's got the gun weapon ready, and she's like running behind. Very cop movie. She's like, I've never shot one of these before, but I know how this. I've seen it. I've seen it in those old indie films. I know what to do.
I'm yelling for Commander White as we go.
How about Vestal and Artie? The Wizmo, by the way, has retreated into the hood of the anorak, so you can see like this little bump on top of JD's head.
RT is the cutest. Artie is the second cutest.
I'm mostly trying to think of what he has on him. Like, I didn't see anything else, just the gun, and could he...
Expect anything. Bombs.
He could have anything. There's a good chance that he's gonna use the commander as a hostage.
Vestal, that brain thing. Can you do that again?
I can do it again, yes.
If you see him, I need you to do that first thing. So that way, if he's holding Commander White, if he's got a bomb, JD can hopefully have time to disarm it. We need to have him to let go of the commander. We need to make sure there's no bombs. She's got the best blood. I know Hans has a cure, but I mean, Artie has a cure. Sorry, I'm gonna keep doing that now. We did it once at the beginning, and now I'm gonna keep doing it. So whatever. We need to be ready for anything.
This game is so immersive. It's like it's real life.
I know we're all just like. It's
right.
weird when we're done playing and I go like take a shower because I'm like, who am I?
Yeah. Since Artie's going last and he's at the back, he is actively just looking around for anything that looks different than the last time he was here and trying to keep his eyes open.
Yeah, so you guys can walk down this corridor and you see the normal things you saw on the way down. You see the canteen off to your right. You can see the cereals and stuff that have sort of been all over the table. It looks like someone's tried to make them slightly more organized, like someone has swept all of like the cornflakes and everything away. It looks like someone's tried to tidy up. And on the left, as you go further along, you can see the bunks. And then you walk into that room with the huge screen. But the screen isn't there. It's that same glass window again. And you can see the lab. Bree's gonna run so fast. You see the lab. The lab has been upturned. The plants and the soil are everywhere. The glass that was in there is smashed all over the floor. Some of the chairs are upturned. Some of the cryo tubes are completely destroyed. And the lights are flickering on and off.
How the hell did he get here so fast? I get to the door and Commander White? Commander? Oh, God. White? Miss... I forgot her first name.
Lucy.
Lucy. I was going to say Lisa, and I knew that wasn't right. Lucy?
And you hear nothing. You hear no response.
I go and look under every table.
Yeah,
And
you
desk.
look under every table, and again you see debris of dirt, glass, everything.
Do I see bloodstains?
You don't see any bloodstains.
Okay, maybe that's something at least.
You don't see any bloodstains at all. You can see like bits of wire and stuff where bits across the main desk have been ripped out.
We got here as fast as it could. How? I kick one of the plants.
He teleported.
How long has it been since we left?
What was Commander White? What did she have on her?
I don't know.
Any
I don't know.
electronics? Any?
We didn't give her anything modern.
You all know that Commander White was in her NASA suit, and she didn't really have much on her because everything was down here that she needed.
Are there any camera systems in place here? Is there anything you guys could check?
Artie, could you do a scan?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Artie is attempting a scan.
Yeah, can you roll a 3 for me, please?
Let's do
In intellect.
Shit, we should have taken her with us. I didn't even think
Hey,
he could teleport. I didn't think he could get here like
just
that.
Died in there. She would have been dead weight. You did nothing wrong, JD. We just need to focus on what we're gonna do now. You did nothing wrong. What do we see?
She said
Artie, you can see some of the cameras have been damaged, but it looks like maybe you could recover something from it.
We need a timestamp.
Okay, well, I mean, let's just see what we can roll back. This is all switches and buttons here. This is really weird. Give me just a second.
And you can play about with it, and you can pull down some of the screens, like manually pull them down. And one of the smaller screens, it's like a static, like it's breaking up where the camera has been smashed. And you see Adam Watson walking through this lab, just strolling, just looking. One thing I'll point out is he is not, it looks like he hasn't been punched in the nose yet. It looks like he hasn't been punched in the forehead yet with a gun or anything. This looks like it happened before.
Yeah, see, look, they as soon as we left. I mean, I'm not totally surprised. I was starting to think maybe my mom had done it. Okay, that makes sense.
And you see him strolling around, and out the corner, you can see Lucy White. She's grabbed something, and she's trying to sneak up behind him. And you see her swing, but he turns around and catches. And then the video cuts. You are muted.
Dot. Dot grabs Artie by both of the arms, which to him, to JD, to Vestal. Where was that underground tree where that weird guy lived?
That's pretty close.
Down the street.
It's the only other place I can think of that's related to Eden. That's weird.
Then we're going, because if he was coming underground, that means she's probably around here somewhere.
He couldn't have taken her far.
Whatever he needed is around here somewhere.
She's susceptible to illness. She's not from this time. She can get very ill. He can't have taken her too far. He's going underground. He's looking for someone. Let's lead. Go that way.
Let's go.
We might need more of Artie's blood. There are a couple of things. Maybe you could grab something, Dot.
Dot's gonna press the button on the back of her head, and she's gonna start running out.
JD is running and motioning for Soren. Come on, we're going to the old man's house.
And Soren starts running. Who is the last person out of there?
I'm
the last person out of there because I'm going to throw another scan in the area and just make sure we're not missing anything cool.
Okay, so you all run. Artie, however, as you are about to leave, a screen pops down. And you hear music?
Hey, Vestal.
Music? Like, is this... What is this?
Any chance I recognize the music? Oh.
As it starts to play, the screen comes down, and Adam Watson is stood at the center of this screen itself. And you see, in 2 cryo chambers, Lucy White and JD's mother, as he almost waltzes around them both, waving at you. Maybe you should give me a call, Dot. And it cuts.
Did we all see it?
No, only Vestal and Artie saw it.
Oh, good, because JD is not in the mood for that right now.
Okay, good fun, great. Did Artie find anything useful in that scan? There's nothing else to. Okay, I'm running, following them now. I'll have to relay that information at some point here.
Artie, do we tell Dot? Do we?
Yeah, when we get there, but we got to get out of here. I mean, we just need to catch up to them first. This equipment's all old. That was definitely on broadcast.
Okay.
I feel like we're on a scavenger hunt. We're trying to beat the other teams to the clues. So it's like we run to one place and like, shit, this isn't where the clues said to go. We're like running off to another place.
So, as you emerge from down this drain pipe, effectively, Vestal and Artie, you come out just after, and I'm assuming Dot and JD, what are you doing? Are you just running to this place, or?
I'm more marching at this point, but yeah, it's like a fast march.
I'm waiting for everyone to get out because I don't want them to like blow up.
Hmm.
Hey,
And
Alice,
I'm waiting for like bugs to come crawling up into my hair so I can take a few blood samples if
Yeah, neither. You've
Artie.
called them to you, and they have automatically come back to you.
Okay, so she's gonna wait till he comes up there, so she's gonna pluck a few on him.
Okay, so Alice, I have a question. Since I just saw this backdrop, do I have any, like, are there any points that I can extrapolate from? Anything that looks familiar at all?
You can look, and it just seems to be a very square, very metallic room. All you know
Okay.
from this is that it's almost a very plain room, and you also, as you know, he said, get Dot to call, give him a call.
Yep. So there were 2 cryotubes. Did it look like anything was recent or transplanted? Did they look like they belonged at all? Any other information gleaned there?
It looked very much like the place you'd just been under the ship. It looked like maybe there was another part of the ship somewhere, but it wasn't where you'd just come from.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
When Artie comes out, Dot's like plucks one of the little spider bugs and puts it on him. It's like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a few more blood samples. I'm sure she took plenty. Just let me put a few on your arms. It should be fine. I'll stay off the arm that she took from. And she puts like 2 on her and then puts like 1 on his back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You get samples.
Okay. Hey, so I just watched another video from Adam while we were down there, and it's pretty freaky, and I don't know how much you guys want to know, but
What did he
did
say?
want you to call him. He said for you to call him.
Me?
You.
God, what is his deal with you?
She, you know, I don't know.
Dot calls Adam Watson's.
Can't-
What
His
was
So
there?
So JD, he's
Oh,
got
did
your-
you not?
What?
he's got your mom
What?
and Lucy White. I know. I mean, I don't want you to look at the video and find out because you looked at it. I'm not trying to hide it from you. Just, you know, I'm worried.
Oh, he is so going down. Call him, Dot.
Yeah.
Ring,
as you
ring.
call him,
Or
it's like
punch
a
somebody.
recorded message pops up. Hello, I see you finally called me. Didn't take you that long, did it? So, I'm gonna send you a map, and you're gonna come and find me. And then we're gonna play a little game. I need you to find the other part of the ship. It's a bit deeper than the other one, but you'll find it. Come on. And it hangs up, and you get a map pop up, almost more like a coordinate. And it pops up. You know where this is, particular Dot, because you're used to the lower levels. This is a club called the Rusty Roots. And underneath it says, Crowbar's favorite spot.
I'd forgotten about the club. I mean, I hadn't forgotten I'm rewatching, but like, damn.
Was this one of the
Damn.
gangs I called? When I called
And
first?
wanted. Oh,
I think one of them was a member that maybe went to the club. I think one of them you'll know has invested in the club. You will know there is a man called Torak in there who basically runs the club, and he's part of a game you've known before.
This is not a fun place to go. It is a heavily armed place.
I mean, we were
One
just at the OTC, which should be like a walk in the park, and it blew up.
If he is there, there are a lot of gang members there. There are a lot of gang members there who would not answer my call for revolution against Adam Watson. And she's got like one of the little spiders in her hand. She's plucked from her hair and she's just spinning it around in her hands, like, as she thinks.
Money buys a lot of things, doesn't
Don't
it?
have enough manpower.
If I know where I'm going, they can't catch me.
Do I still have the flamethrower?
Oh yeah. I'm assuming you would have pulled that out the taxi.
I'm going to burn the club down. I'm going to light the club on fire.
Okay, this feels like it escalated quickly.
That's
I'm
very,
going to
very
kill
hasty.
Every one of those fucking bastards in that club. After everything. And she's just muttering to herself, like, after everything I've done for them.
I think JD leans over to Artie and is like, do we let her burn down a building?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if there's not anybody inside, people usually leave when things are on fire. We
Just a
saw
bunch of whoremongers and idiots. And she throws the little spider on the ground.
I don't think that that was part of the equation.
Which equation?
The burning it down one.
I'm not playing by his stupid. And she starts kicking, like kicking the wall of the clinic. That stupid fucking games. Slams her
I
fist
don't
down.
know.
She's
But
just like,
somebody's got to stop these people from Adam, because Adam's going to do something to someone.
Hey, Dot. Hey, Dot. Hey, Dot.
JD.
Why would Adam send us there?
Because the rest of the ship is probably below that club. Those nasty little bastards.
Then do we need to burn it down to get to the ship?
We will look around the perimeter and see if there is another porthole. If there is not, I'm going to burn that bastard to the ground and we'll search to the ash until we find a way down.
JD just turns back to Artie and shrugs and is like, well, I tried.
Hey, Dot, have you noticed every time you say you're going to burn something down, Adam burns it down? I'm just saying.
Now might not be the time.
No, we should probably go.
That's pretty
And
close,
JD
right? The club.
And Artie. Yeah,
It's
it's
true,
not
though.
far. That doesn't mean you have to say it.
I mean, it's just...
You
She
might
shouldn't
have
have-
some-
Elbows him.
She's going to turn pretty somber faced. We might have some weapons in the clinic somewhere.
Okay, well, might be good to have.
Okay, so Dot's gonna go back into the clinic.
You can head back into the clinic. It's still pretty busy, so you'll sort of pass unnoticed more than anything.
Going to weave over where the matron's office is. I'm sure all confiscated weaponry would be somewhere in a locked closet of hers.
Yeah, you can. You probably would know where this is. You are effectively her second in command. You walk into her office, and you can see a filing cabinet, which, as you pull on it and pull the lever, just a door opens. You walk into effectively like a closet-sized room. There's a lot of weapons in there, a lot of illegal weapons, as no one is supposed to have any form of weapon. It's mainly things like you've got knives in there. That tends to be the most obvious thing. And there's a couple of guns in there.
Any electronic batons?
Yep, you've got those in there. You've got almost like a cattle prod style thing. You know it doesn't kill someone, but it gives them a mighty shock.
Dot's going to grab the stun weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Is there just one of the stun things?
There's about 3 or 4.
She's
They're
gonna
like
grab
they're lined up, and it looks like they are being charged whilst they're in here. It looks like they have. You probably know they only have 3 charges each, so you can use it 3 times.
So Dot's gonna pluck all of them off there,
Mm.
She tuck them under her arm. You said there were 3 or 4?
There were 3.
She's gonna tuck those under her arm. She's going to take probably 2 guns, and then she's gonna walk over to the matron and see if she can find the matron's gun.
Yeah. The matron doesn't have her gun on her. However, if you are looking through her things, like you
Looking for it. I'm gonna try and find it.
there is a knife in the drawer. It looks a bit dirty actually, but yeah, it's not been cleaned or anything, but there is a knife.
She's gonna take that and she's gonna tuck it into her pocket. And she's got 3 shock batons, 2 guns, and Adam's gun, and she's gonna just march out of the clinic towards them.
Yeah. Okay. And for meta reasons, you have seen that knife before. But
It's the one that killed Crowbar, right?
Yeah, it's going to be the one in the drawer. So, you walk out there. People sort of weave in between. Are you hiding these things? Are you trying to walk out with, like, not obviously, or are you making a statement by walking out?
All of the guns are like tucked away in like satchels and stuff. And
Okay.
she's like in her jacket, she kind of opens it up and like just tucks these in her armpits. You can see that she's got like something like a rod looking thing, but not like
People don't really look at you like, who's that? You sort of weave in and out. Is so busy in there, and you can head back to JD, Artie, and Vestal.
All right, guys. She's gonna pull out a shock baton, just one of them. You ever used one of these before? They're simple.
Okay.
While you're pushing into a person, you press the button. When you
Okay.
press the button, it'll electrocute someone.
Okay.
I got 3 shots and it will not kill. But you only got 3 shots with it. She hands the first one to Hans. It will not kill Hans. Remember that. She hands another one to JD. I know. It's because the problem is I'm looking at all of you.
We're 2 in this now.
No, the problem is I'm looking at everyone and his name is saved as his name.
There we go.
There we go. Now I can start, because I'm just looking at all of your faces. I haven't looked at like anything else. I'm just staring at all of you.
It will not kill Hans.
It won't kill Hans. It won't kill you, Hans. Don't worry.
That's all I ever asked for.
Yeah, okay.
1 to JD. She hands 1 to Vestal.
This is better than a fork.
And then she pulls out 2 pistols.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of you would have never seen this before, so.
Hey, Dot. Those are illegal.
Doesn't always follow the law. We take a lot of gang members in, and oftentimes, in trade for healing, we take their weaponry. Because yes, they are illegal. Now I know these aren't fun. Would any of you like to take one?
I have never even touched one before. I hadn't seen one outside of like movies and that one time we passed by a gun shop, like until today.
She turns her eyes to Soren. Soren, would you like a pistol?
And she looks over at you. No, thank you. I don't need one.
Turns back to Vestal and JD.
I'm gonna put my hand out like I'm like water. It's like in my hand.
Places it flat on there. And when she does that, she's gonna say, like, this is the safety. You flick it, guns can kill. It's up, guns can't kill. Okay? And these are older. You have to pull it back. It's got a little bit of weight to it, so you gotta pull it back. Once you've done that, bullet is ready. You pull the trigger, good bullet comes out. And she like goes back in the safety.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I
Yes,
actually don't know anything about guns
100%.
in real life, so if I'm totally making shit up out of my head, please don't make fun of me in the chat, guys. These are fake guns.
This is Eden. It can be anything.
Because I don't actually know how guns work.
These
in
are
real life.
old, futuristic guns.
Yes,
So
they
it's
work
like
exactly
a model
how Dot
that's
says
still
they do.
70 years from now.
Exactly how Dot says it works. So don't judge me. I don't know what a gun does.
So you have another one though.
Besides Adam's, I have this extra one. Yes.
Okay, JD puts her mechanical arm forward and just says, "My arm doesn't shake, so."
Just like gently places it on the robotic hand. I'm not
And
saying it has-
she'll switch the safety off, but on. The safety is on. And just practice aiming it a little bit.
Just remember, whoever you pointed at is a person you were trying to harm. Do not use it unless you feel like you need to. But I don't want to see Adam hurt any of you.
Thanks.
Now we have a bastard to kill.
Let's go.
So, you guys are heading towards the club, correct? Dot, you'll know where this is. In fact, you sort of you recognize this fairly like you've been here a couple of times, and you can feel and hear the music starting to come through. You can feel it because it gets really, really loud, and you can see the neon sign flashing outside of Rusty Roots. And there's a couple of people outside. They're smoking, or they're having a drink, and they're sort of leaning against all these neon signs. It's very dark down here. You can see water is dripping down from the rain. And you can see a curtain over the door.
Dot's gonna go around the perimeter and look for any entrances into this club. I mean, into the underground.
There's none into the underground, it seems, all the way around.
Okay, I have this other thing that I can do. It's
You are just full of mumbo jumbo, aren't you, Vesta?
yeah, the Queen of Weird. I can do this thing for a really short time, really short. I can make it so that things can't quite harm me.
You should probably
Would
do
it be
that.
best to go in first? They might be knowing that we're coming.
Would Dot know the location to where, like, the boss stays?
You know, in this club, there's a lot of booths. There's not really, there's an upstairs, but you know he doesn't tend to go up there. That's more for just private rooms. There's a bar in there. And as I said, lots of, like, you know, the circular booths, and they have like curtains drawn over them. Otherwise, this is a fairly just standard club dance floor. It's dark. You've got all the lights flashing. You normally have a lot of people dancing. It's the standard. And you can hear from inside. There's a lot of people dancing in there right now. There's a lot of people who have come through.
Are there any windows in the bathroom?
There are no windows down here because of the
Right.
the air.
And the prone for steam explosions.
Mhm.
Well, there's only one way in. We can either burn this bitch down or go in. I'll let you decide.
That's not fair because we'd always decide by asking what Dot would do.
I think we should just go in. I don't think burning it down is going to be better.
I think burning it down will always work as a plan B.
We can always burn it down from the inside. If things don't work out.
All right. Let's go play his game.
So you can walk into like you pass through the curtain, and there are two men stood there in suits, very sharp suits. the around the lapels is like almost like a neon light. And they stand there and look at you. Evening. What are you here for?
There's a party going on, isn't there?
Did you book?
Sure.
Okay. And he starts, he takes out this glass tablet and starts scrolling through the list. He's like, name.
Vestal. I work down just above the lower levels.
Okay, let me have a look. And he starts scrolling and scrolling. Ah, yeah, there you are. In you go.
Thank you.
What about the rest of you?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
assuming I'm on the list.
Name?
JD.
Yeah, there you go. Are you
Yep,
lot as a
figured.
group? Are you lot a
Yes.
group?
Yeah.
So you're Dot. I swear I've seen you somewhere before. It's just looking at Artie's like, but in you go.
I get that a lot. Okay.
But did we recognize the guy at all?
No.
Okay, because I know there was that one guy who approached me and Artie in the street one time. So
Was he the guy that got killed? He might have been the guy
No.
that got killed.
I don't think he got killed. He just came up and was like, I talked to you this morning. Come get a drink with me. And then we were like, hell no, stranger danger. We don't have any of our adults with us.
Yeah, that was Artie JD adventure.
Oh no. Ah, Grimjack just raided with a party of
I was
34
about to say.
people.
Hi, Greg. Hello. Thank you
guys.
for joining us. This
Y'all came at the perfect time. We're about to kill the big bad evil guy, hopefully, or burn down a club, whichever comes first. So
Very possibly burned down a club.
Yeah, so far they've well,
get ready for a lot of swear words.
there's a lot of chaos this session, so yeah.
We've
but
already
you guys-
pistol whipped him once, so
And had an epic car chase with someone riding on the hood of a flying taxi. So
that is true. And 2 flying motorbikes trying to pull out innocent mother and daughter, which were hostage victims. So it's crazy.
Stick around.
Grab a glass of water because it's gonna get intense.
you walk into this club.
Ooh, I
You're
have one more.
immediately greeted by all of these people dancing on the dance floor. It's very, very dark in here, and it's only lit by the flashes of light, white, pink, blue, all these colored lights. As these people dance away, you can see their clothes have neon woven into them as they all dance away. And you can see the bar off to the far left. And one of them stops by JD as they dance past. It's like, nice shoes. And they keep going. Because
Hey!
they're wearing something very similar.
I'm cool.
This dance floor is pretty sticky. There's a lot of alcohol being thrown about whilst people are dancing. But yeah, you're stood in this dark room.
Artie is back at the front. He's talking to the person with the clipboard that let them in. Oh, we had one more. You've got a Soren on there, right?
No.
Okay.
Why? And he sort of just looks at Soren and goes, I don't normally put robots on the list.
So she can just come in. Okay, got it. Thank you.
She's not weaponized, is she?
I don't know what that means.
And he sort of looks. I'm just gonna. And this guy pulls out like this. It's almost like a glow stick type thing. And he starts scanning Soren. No,
She's a bike dude. Chill.
you're fine. He's like, and this guy looks at you like, just doing my job.
Yeah.
Gone in them. And Soren comes in behind you. You're stood in this room by this dance floor.
Dot's going to walk up to the bartender. Does she recognize him?
This is not the regular bartender who you've seen in here before and had a bit of an argument with, probably at some point. This is a woman with huge dreadlocks, but each dreadlock is a different color that's glowing. You can see she's got a tattoo down the side of her face as she pours drink. She's like, "What can I do you?"
Where's Torak?
Why do you want to know?
I owe him a few favors and I'm here to cash in.
Oh, okay, fine. Over there, you see that booth number 5?
Yeah.
I think he's in there having a meeting at the moment, but whatever.
Beautiful. Dot's gonna walk, as she's walking over to booth 5, she's gonna like look over at like JD and like nod her head. She's gonna pull out the pistol, Adam's pistol, and she's gonna get it ready as she comes over to the booth. And she's gonna have it tucked into her jacket, kind of like she's kind of like cold or something. She's got both her arms wrapped and the gun ready.
Weave through this dance floor, and the woman serving the drinks behind the bar just sort of smiles and waves at you as you go by, not really doing anything. And you head over to where this booth is, and there's a curtain drawn over it.
Dot's going to
Hey, stick
pull
around.
it back
Might be able to
and
teach you.
point the gun.
And a man looks up, and you are just met with like this puff of smoke with a small crystal that glows in the center of the table, which is effectively a table lamp. And he pulls this massive like cigar, this metal cigar from the. What do you want?
Where's Adam?
Adam who?
You know who I'm fucking talking about, Torak. Do not play with me.
And he takes like a sip of his whiskey.
Dot's going to use her spare hand. She's going to take the whiskey and she's going to throw it behind her. Where is he?
He doesn't move. He's here somewhere. I don't know exactly where. No one knows exactly where Adam Watson is half the time. To be honest, you have to stay on his good side or you end up dead.
Is that what you did? You
Stay on his
turn
good
against
side.
the matron? Turn against everything we have done for you?
The matron was the one who hired me.
Well, Adam Watson has efficiently destroyed the OTC, destroyed the hospital, and killed hundreds of people.
People die. That's what they do.
Dot's going to hold the gun to his head and she's going to feel around for any weapons in this person.
Yeah, you feel around, there's nothing. You can find another pack of like these like metal cigar type things, and the smoke is sort of changing color as he's smoking again, but he's raised his arms up to let you check everything.
Who is he talking to?
There's no one in there.
It's just that little asshole by himself. How do I get below this building?
I don't know. What can you do for me? Bear in mind, if I help you, I put my life on the line. This man is a clever one. He will kill me.
Adam Watson is not going to leave this building alive today. If you want to survive this with your club intact, so help me God, you will tell me how to get below here.
You think I need this club?
Do you need your life, Torak?
Look, either you're gonna kill me or he is.
People
I need
die
something.
what they do. And at that point, JD is going to check out. She doesn't think there's going to be anything.
Mm-hmm. And he looks up. You say he won't leave the building alive. He left the taxi alive.
Dot is going to pull out one of the syringes she took from the hospital, and she is going to inject it into his neck.
Okay. You need to roll a might or speed, whichever one you think. Are you doing this swiftly or are you
As quickly
forcing
as
it?
possible.
Okay. You need to roll me a 4, please, and also tell me what you are injecting him with.
We are going to, if I have to, use my advantage.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to use my advantage.
I want to, while this is happening, just like duck out of the room and be scanning the crowd.
Yeah.
Artie is scanning the literal building.
So Dot had collected 3 vials of the same thing in injection form. She's injecting him with the same thing that she injected the doctor with that knocked her out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He sort of looks at you and chuckles at her, and his eyes roll back into his head, and he falls down.
Dot's going to sheath her weapon. She's going to take his communication device. She's gonna shut it. She's gonna start peering through to see if she can see a map of the, like a layout of this place or any information, anything. If actually, she's gonna hand it to Artie. She's gonna be like, Artie, see if you can find a way below with this. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So, JD, you were just scanning the room in general.
I'm looking specifically at people's faces.
At people's faces. Okay, can you roll me an intellect of 4, please?
Yes. I said that confidently, but I only rolled a 3.
Yeah, you look at all these people. There's something not quite right, but you don't know what it is. Artie, are you scanning the building itself, or are you using the band to do this, or what are you doing?
I don't know. I had a couple beats there. Do I get a chance to do both? Which
Yeah.
I'm willing to do both if that pays off.
Yeah, if you roll a 4 on intellect again for me, please.
Here we go. Intellect.
You
No, that didn't
can't
work.
seem to see anything. It's like there's something getting in your way.
Okay. Yep. That makes sense. Okay, so then scrolling on the comms, anything useful there?
You look on the comms, and as you flick it open, another hologram pops up of confetti and party poppers exploding off. And you see the club, just like almost like a blueprint style. And you can see from beneath the club like a chute that goes down and spreads out like the roots of a tree under the ground.
Okay. How close are we to that entrance?
It's somewhere in this room.
Convenient. Okay. Everybody's just gonna look around. It's somewhere right here.
Can I also take a gander at walls and floor to see if I can find anything?
Yeah, roll of difference of 4 for me, please, unless you have anything you can add to it. 18. As you scan the room, you look over at the other booths that are empty, and you see all of these the crystals using as like a tea light. The one in Thorax is a different color.
I'm gonna walk over to it. Obviously, Dot's already in there. Dot, these booths, the light in this one is different from all the others. It could be a sign, something.
Dot's gonna like touch the crystal.
Are you doing this with like force, or are you
She's
just
gonna
like tapping it?
press on it.
Okay, as you tap it, if you're just tapping it, it just turns on and off, on and off.
She's gonna look at Vestal. I don't know crystals. I know medicine. Don't know crystals.
I am going to grab the crystal like with my whole hand
It
and
doesn't
just like
come off. It doesn't come off the table. This one is fixed.
does it tilt? Does it move at all?
You could try. How are you doing it?
Let's go old-fashioned lever style and see if I can like move it top sideways.
So you're turning it almost like that, do you mean?
Kind of, yeah.
You put your
Twist
hand
it.
on it and you twist it, and Dot, you'll hear a ka-toom as the crystal slowly sinks into the table. And the chairs around you start going up and up as you are both taken down. Artie and JD, you probably look over at this thing and you can see the two of them slowly disappearing into this booth as it slowly turns around.
So are the chairs going upwards?
No, the chairs are staying where they are effectively. You're both stood by the table, so Torak is still out on the chairs and around the table starts to go down.
Oh,
I'm
maybe I did
actually
that
outside of the office.
Okay.
So,
Which office?
Torax.
Okay.
So I went out to look at the people in the club.
Yeah.
So you're just outside of the curtain area?
Yeah, you're literally just outside the curtain area. The
Yeah.
curtain is open where they've walked in, so you can.
Oh, okay, so I still can. Yeah.
You can see them.
JD, we gotta.
That's
Can
when
I
I close
turn-
the curtain.
Can I turn it back?
It seems to be on a process.
We just gotta go.
Yeah, I'm just I'm looking back and forth because I was gonna go ask these people if they'd seen Adam. And I'm yeah, okay. There's just I don't know, I feel weird, but yeah, okay.
Are you
Yeah,
both
so,
running to jump on this?
Yeah.
Okay. You both run and jump onto this as it slowly disappears beneath the ground. JT, can you roll me an intellect, please? Just quickly.
Yes.
And Soren too. She's got to get down here.
Oh, Soren will have followed you. On a 3, as you slowly disappear below the first level of this club, you notice everyone stops dead. They stop dancing and they just watch you go down.
Shit, y'all, something's wrong.
And I'm gonna go for another bio. So sorry, I've been drinking a lot of coffee,
my
guys. I
God.
have a sore throat. So
Go for it. I think I'm gonna go get cheesecake or something very fluffy. I've been
Stress
stress eating.
This reminds me of one of those.
Okay.
It reminds me of one of those hive mind movies where you talk to the main boss and he's like, "Oh, our deal's done," and then everyone in the room looks at you or walks away. I don't like it.
Titans. Shit. I'm gonna get some more water.
I'm gonna go grab
Great.
cheesecake. Babe, y'all.
No problem. Vestal and I will just talk about whether these are clones or robots that are dancing on the dance floor here.
Entertain them.
We got this, right?
We got it. Don't worry.
Okay, so let's talk about the antique shop and how we're going to organize curios after this season.
Right. I was saying you're gonna be a good employee if you know how to stack things because there's literally no order or there's no fashion at which things are particularly put together.
And see, the chat has no context for this. So our goal is to survive and then have season 2 of Eden, in which we will all become wacky employees of Vestal's oddity shop. And Artie is going to be the guy who doesn't put things back where they're supposed to go and just makes everything worse. I imagine I'm going to trip down the stairs carrying a pile of things at least once.
Okay, that might make you bad, but honestly, there is I move things around in my shop, and I move them from one shelf to the other. There's no order. It's not like there's a whole bunch of one thing here. It's sometimes it's here, sometimes it's over there, and then I go, well, that shelf looks different. I think I should mix it up, and I'll just take 4 things and move it onto another shelf and spread it out, and then fill that gap with other things.
I don't know how it's going to work.
It's like a pawn shop, but a pawn shop from hell that you can't find anything from.
Right. The real question is, are you going to be able to handle the aesthetic of having other people try to manage this process?
A little bit. I think because I am the only one who knows where things are, even if it seems like it's a disorganized mess. Someone's I'm looking for something like this. And I'm I know exactly where it is. I moved it 2 days ago into this corner.
So new strategy, Artie is going to alphabetize everything and put the label
no.
for everything is in a binder.
That's the worst.
Yes, that's my new plan.
You can't put things in an orderly fashion.
It'll
That's
all
the
be
one rule.
alphabetized and it'll go vertically like this.
Dewey Decimal System for all my items. I hate it.
Yeah, this would be so bad. I'll put barcode labels on everything.
Everything's clean and put together. What did you do?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's our season 2 pitch.
What's season 2 pitch?
This is Yeah, this is where we all work for Vestal as wacky curio finders, and then Artie tries to organize everything, but he does it in a way that's far too clinical and like precise, and it's terrible.
Dot, I mean,
Artie.
Artie can help at the clinic because someone has to take over the clinic. So
Artie, today
the
the
clinic and gift shop.
Gift shop.
the shelf
Hey,
is
hope
for
you had a
purple
great day at the clinic. Please don't forget to buy a hat on the way out.
The free clinic. Yep. Oh man,
Gotta make money somehow.
that's right. So we're optimistic about the end of the season. I mean, everything is really going our way at this point, so it's going to be fine.
It's all good. It's all good. You guys disappear down to this other level.
You would think I'd do this just to make Renee make that face.
And you
That's all I
slowly-
hopped in on is we're optimistic about this. So, okay, sure, I'll get there. Give me
There's
some
a-
time.
Yep.
You seem to be going down quite a few levels, maybe 5 or 6, and it's slow. So for about 5 minutes, you're going down, and then you hear a click, and a light goes on, and you're back in another booth with a curtain drawn.
So, like on the way down, I'm just like, hey, guys, the people, they all stopped to stare at us as we came down.
Cool. Well, then hopefully Torek will receive some medical attention for whatever I just injected him with.
No, I don't think that's the kind of thing that I mean.
What are they gonna do? Follow me down? What are they gonna do? Follow us down? A bunch of random club drugged out, alcohol-filled idiots?
That's
like-
also really not what I mean, but okay.
Dot is like pulling out her pistol. She's like, I don't have time to worry about them right now. I didn't burn down the club. They should be happy.
So I like turn to Vestal. I'm like, seriously, it was like a hive mind or something.
Like they all looked at you at once, or
Yes,
I have
there's
no-
something wrong with them. They're not.
Perhaps they all work for Adam.
I mean, they could have something that reacts to this booth moving. I mean, it could be cybernetics. They could not even be human. I'm really not sure, but that is, at the very least, creepy and weird.
I just. I'd keep that flamethrower ready, Dot.
Dot's gonna like shift off the pistol and pull out the flamethrower. Do you have your batons?
Yeah, but there are way more in the club than just 9 shots.
We have to focus on Adam first.
Okay.
Dot's going to slowly peek around the curtain.
Peek around the curtain, you see it's like a whole nother room. There's loads of booths in here. No curtains, but there's loads of booths, loads of tables. It's a very dimly lit room by all of these crystals. There is a mixture of humans and what you, I suppose, would call aliens and things like that. And they're dancing. Some are serving drinks, and there's a lot of what look like, I guess, as much as there's no money here, there looks to be a lot of high up people here. And there is a stream, an artificial stream of water weaving through the room, quite deep. It's about a foot deep for a stream. And either side are these tables. Now, most of the people seem pretty distracted. But I'll be honest, if you stroll through there, you're gonna have a problem.
I really thought this was going to go down to a spaceship and not to another level of the club. I do not know if I read this map properly.
I'm like looking at the people to try and see if I think they're like the people upstairs.
Artie, can you see where we are on the map?
I am trying. I mean, it was like straight down. It didn't seem like there were a lot of options.
You can look at this map again, and you are in like a main route, like this pipe. and it looks like it branches off to go into the main deeper route. And you can see that it's probably from across the room. There's a door the other end, which looks like maybe it is an office or something.
Okay, so we make it to the door. I think that's how we get down. And the door is, of course, across all of these people, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So,
Distraction.
So one of us has to go to the office. One of us has to create a distraction. Does this elevator... Is this the elevator that's going to go all the way down? Or...
I think, I mean, you know, if you look at it, it looks like that's the way.
I don't want to rise back up on this thing, though.
Okay, I'll make the distraction. You guys all gotta go, because Dot's gotta, you know, get Adam, and Vestal, JD, you guys have really important skills. I will do the distracting.
Dot's going to look from Artie to Soren to Artie to Soren.
Soren looks, is it? I could stay here, but I see no other robots. And she's looking about the room with all these different people. A lot of them look very drunk. They're smoking, some of them are gambling. This looks to be like, you can see lots of people have placed their bracelets down on the table. You know, their gambling favors.
What if Soren turned into a bike and we crashed through the door?
And Soren said she's the only robot. Is that a distraction enough?
I mean, that these are all people. I took that as like they're all beings that are not electronic.
I mean, she sure sticks out, then, doesn't she?
Soren, what were you trying to tell us? Were you trying to tell us that those aren't robots, or were you trying to suggest that you're a distraction?
They are not robots.
Okay.
I cannot go in that, though. And she points down at the water.
Okay. You are a flying bike.
I am.
Let me just go over the water.
And she nods.
Okay. The only way I got out of the OTC before was I just pretended like I was supposed to be there until somebody didn't catch me and everything was fine. Maybe we just all try that. JD sticks out the least because she's got the glowing shoes, and upstairs somebody said they look cool.
My hair glows.
Yeah. And Vestal glows.
Also has an animal.
Sometimes.
And I have a cool necklace. So I mean we should be fine, right? Let's just walk. We'll be okay.
We do have the little yellow coat. We could wrap that around Artie.
Actually, in fact, I want to make myself glow, and I'm going to use a skill to do that.
JD is kind of like wandering away from the group.
Yeah, so you do that on effectively what a natural 20 is. So all of you stand there and you just see Vestal's, it's not a bright glow, but it's almost like if like an aura or something, you just see a faint, what color is this glow, Vestal?
Let's go with a nice, calm, and unsuspicious purple.
Unsuspicious purple, I like it. So you start glowing this sort of purple color, and I'm assuming, Dot, your hair just lights up.
Yep. Pushes the button in the back of her head, and it's just like actually bright neon purple lights just flow down her hair.
And what about Artie and JD?
JD is going up to someone at the bar.
Dot's, I guess, following behind. Confident bitch over here, gonna go start talking to strangers. Dot's like, all right, let's do this shit. Fuck it.
Yeah, there's another woman at the bar, very similar to the one upstairs. In fact, if anything, you could say they were twins. They are almost completely identical. Like, Hello. What can I get you?
Hey, so there was this really cute guy a couple days ago. I got her number, but we haven't been able to find him. So we were just, in the area looking around. I think we heard he might be here, and
Yeah,
trying to fix
help
a
a girl out.
misconnection. Yeah.
What's he look like?
Oh, let's see. I don't actually know what Adam looks like, but I'm gonna describe him.
You describe
Like a big jerk,
Brown hair,
says Hans in
duck
chat.
face.
It was very smart brown hair, and he had blue eyes, and he was very pale, very sort of like tall but slim, and that's how. And she's like,
Yeah.
the guy who wears a suit, like the plain suit, not and she's sort of gesturing to all your like neon type clothes, just the plain old boring suit.
He stood out. He stood out to me. It's amazing. And he told me to call him, but the comm I couldn't get the number right.
Oh God, that sucks. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. And at this point, Artie and Vestal, if you're stood slightly behind, I just want to say there's a couple of people like with drinks like coming up to you and sort of trying to rest a hand on your shoulders, like, hi, like, as they sort of wander over. And this woman behind the bar is like, yeah, hang on, let me have a look. As she starts flicking through this screen and pulls up this guy, and you see a picture of Adam Watson pop up, almost like a passport photo. So like, this guy.
Yeah, I think that's him. He told us he'd be here.
Dot puts a hand to her chest, like, as Katie talks.
So, yeah, he's not too bad looking. I mean, she's like, no offense, I'm sure he has a great personality. Like, and she sort of keeps like washing this glass.
Isn't it really in the personality though?
I guess. Like, she's not getting it. She's like, yeah, he works in our stock rooms. It's through that door over there. I mean, do you want me to tell him?
Oh no, I want it to be a surprise. I mean, he did give me his number. I think it'll be even more romantic.
Oh. And she's like, okay. Like,
I just look like the biggest idiot. I'm like, yeah, he's so cute.
So, okay, fine. Hang on, you're gonna need a key card. And she's like, there you go. But can you give it back afterwards? Otherwise, I don't really want to get fired.
Yeah, we're just going across the room.
She winks. She's like, I'll invite you to the wedding. And
Yeah.
she just kind of like, she's still got like an arm kind of like wrapped around her because she's got like a flamethrower like in her jacket. And she's like, oh my God, so cute.
Yeah, JD's kind of gonna follow behind like closely and just kind of like nudging her and laughing and just like as soon as they get kind of far enough away, she's like, oh my God, this is killing me.
Not as much as it's going to kill Adam Watson.
Ooh.
And as you two walk over towards this door, what are Vestal and Artie doing? You've got these people trying to force drinks on you, basically. They're coming up to like offer you drinks, and also these very weird treats, like food, like it looks like a sweet, like in these little tall glasses.
Artie is still very polite, so now he's holding a drink and a treat instead of holding any weapons or anything useful at all, and he's very awkwardly crossing the room like this
with these treats.
Yep.
And what about Vestal? You've got this there's like this guy he's sort of hanging off you a little bit, and there's a woman the other side of you and they've all got drinks and again these treats, one that you've just seen Artie take and walk off towards the door with.
I am not so subtle. I am me and my tall ass self is gonna put an arm around Artie's neck and just look at it. Sorry, taken. And then keep walking.
And you see them just sort of go and wander off. And you can just pop like this card key into the door. It glows, like the button sort of glows and it beeps and it opens into this elevator type thing. And
Are the
you can
doors
see
closed?
one button. There's literally one button with an arrow that says down. And the girl sort of, as you push the button, the girl leans over and goes, good luck. like, and sort of waves is like, enjoy the game, and toasts to you as the door closes.
I hate this place and I hate Adam Watson.
I hate everyone here. There is a problem. Dot, do you understand that there's a problem?
Adam Watson alone could not take down the entire OTC clinic and hospital. We had to accept the fact that he was playing at more angles. Torak is not afraid of nearly fucking anyone. Did you see the way he looked with the gun pointed to his face? It's probably how he spent most of his life.
You were going down this elevator and it's dark. Like it's not like the glass one you had before with like the light coming through. This is just a fairly dark, dull lit one. You're going for a while.
Soren's in the elevator with us.
Yes, she is stood right by the doors.
I'm gonna like lean over to her and just be like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I would not be surprised if we have to fight our way out of this. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
It's okay. It's understandable.
No matter what you do, get them out alive.
Of course. It's what I am made for.
Yeah, that last elevator talk still applies here.
Okay, so Artie's holding the snack and the drink still. And he says, look, does anybody think it's really weird that there's one booth that all of those people got in and came down here in? Like, this is a really weird strategy for a building. I don't understand this at all.
Not weird if they're placed there for a reason.
But I mean, that was a lot of people. I mean, they just stay down here? Like, it's like, I mean... Also, I shouldn't eat this, right?
No, don't eat
No,
anything.
don't eat it.
Okay, so... Just...
I don't know what kind of game he's playing, but imagine anything from a room full of people waiting to hunt us down to a single Adam with a bomb strapped to. And she like stops as she starts to go to someone.
Okay. Here's the good news. I know he can do the teleporty thing, but if he keeps doing it, but this is the only door out, right?
If this is where he stays, I'm sure he can only teleport so many places. That is a lot of technology.
I mean, our best bet is to try and get that bracelet off of him entirely.
Sure, look at Vestal. I'm sure he does not understand the fact that you can do what you can.
I mean, he saw something before I did it last time, so he might have suspicions. He's supposed to be super smart and a genius and all this, so I mean, he might have some idea.
He's weak. We just need to find where.
He's really interested in you, Dot.
No. He's interested in fucking with me.
Yeah, but he hasn't mentioned JD or Vestal or me at all. So I wonder if you can keep him distracted. I'm not suggesting that thing that you're suggesting with your face. I'm just saying that in general, like, I think he's going to be looking at you, not looking at us. I think that he knows that you're the dangerous one.
Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that Artie knew what the face suggested? Because I think that's pretty impressive.
He's developed so much in a week.
Maybe he only thinks he does.
I'm just sitting right there with that whole bartender interaction that you guys were just having. I interpreted a little bit of what's going on there. So,
does anyone have any cloth, loose cloth on them?
Actually,
I have a hoodie.
I'll say I have something. I haven't had any of the items that you get at the very start. I haven't described or any of them. So I'll say
Handkerchief or
I do have
something.
like a bandana or a handkerchief or something.
Dot's going to take it. She's going to take out that single blade and she's going to wrap it kind of slightly like this. She's going to tuck it between her chest. And she's going to remove all of the other weapons. She's going to start handing them out. Take these.
I mean, you should just. Don't you want to just be armed? I mean, not suggesting you do anything like that.
I'm going to try and talk to Adam Watson.
That is not what Dot would do.
Dot wants to get her friends out alive. And I don't want to scare the boy.
Artie tries to take the flamethrower.
Help yourself, buddy. She's got one pistol. Other than that.
Who else is taking what?
I mean, I don't need anything besides, I guess, this. So, I mean, a
I
knife.
feel like I have
gun.
about all I can handle.
Okay, I guess I'll just take those two.
Take my weapons, boy. Take them all!
Is Artie the geared up one now?
Artie
have a
has the most
flamethrower.
weapons. He has a flamethrower, a gun, and a baton right now.
And a knife. Don't you have some sort of like huge killer knife?
I have one small blade tucked between my boobs right now.
Okay, right. We're good there then.
You don't have to take that one.
And you stand in this elevator for a while, and you slowly feel it come to a stop. And they open slowly. It's just pitch black.
Soren, lights.
And Soren's eyes light up. And it's almost like two torch beams that scan about this room. And it's an empty room. Completely square, all metal.
Dot is going to
Adam?
try and call Adam Watson.
Your phone is ringing dead.
Artie, are we at the bottom?
I don't know. Does this look like the room I saw? And do I have any info on that?
Can you roll me an intellect, please, of 3?
Okay, sure. I have an advantage, which I plan to use if I don't make this. Do I have to declare it in advance? What's the rule?
Normally it's declare it in advance.
Okay, so I'm using my advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Want to roll it again just in case you might get a nat 20?
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Nat 20 sounds good. Plus, I said I was going to use it. Oh,
There it is.
Breathe for the win. Good
What
call.
can I say?
Yes, excellent.
Gee, what would Dot do?
That was a Bree. Bree gets credit for that.
You look around this room, and this is the bottom floor. This is where you saw it on the map. This also looks like maybe this was the room the video was recorded in. And as you look around, you can see where some cryo chambers were plugged in effectively, for simpler words. They've been moved. You can see a screen and almost like it doesn't obviously look like a normal one, but like a clunky square setup camera pointing in the direction where the cryo chambers were.
Dot's gonna walk over to it. Is it on? Is it like...
No, it's not on at all.
Where is that stupid bastard? Is there any doors?
There are no doors here. This looks like a fully smooth, flat room all the way around, and you see the elevator doors close.
What's the point in sending us here?
Killing us all? Adam Watson!
We're here for
Adam.
our date.
An additional screen lights up. In fact, very much like the one you saw in the old man's house, a whole wall flickers. For that brief moment, you see that tree flicker in and out. And that video of people launching off into it. You see Commander White on the video stepping onto Project Eden, the ship, and heading into space. You see that video flash forward of be good, be kind. Peace is what we strive for. And it starts to loop over and over again. And it flickers a few more times. And then down from the ceiling, these two little boxes pop down.
Do they look like the bombs?
They look like speakers.
Adam, I know you can hear me and I know you're watching.
That same music is played again. And the screen flickers to Adam adjusting the camera. And he sort of steps back and he dances around the room a little bit at first. He's flicking switches and you can see neon lights come on. You can see all these lights start to flash, and then he sort of goes, backs up, and then slams his two fists on the table, and above you confetti erupts from the ceiling. Welcome. Welcome, 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 you found me. Clever little things, aren't you?
Adam,
Not
Yes.
feeling it.
where are you?
I'm in here.
The screen.
Where is Karen?
Oh, and he steps slightly to the side, and JD, you see your mother there, tied to Commander White.
What do you want, Adam?
I want lots of things. I want to play a game.
We're playing the game. We were just told we're playing the game upstairs. Someone said we're playing the game.
Now, a few hints. Your friend didn't want to play the game. Crowbar was a bit of a messy one. But look what I got. And he holds up like this cage, and you can see Turkey Burger trying to fight his way out of this cage. Now, I've made a fabulous day of games ahead of you. You ready? And he sort of clicks his fingers, and on the screen comes up a green timer. You have 1 hour.
What are the rules, Adam?
Don't die. Let's play a game. Let's play murder. And then the screen stops. The music's still going. You see the confetti surrounding you on the floor. And the screen pushes back in one section and slides to reveal a corridor. And that's where we'll leave this week of Eden. I'm going to turn off the creepy music now.
Yes, please.
That's some confident talk to a dude that got his ass kicked like an hour ago or 2 hours
Please tell
ago.
me his nose is still swollen.
Oh, he looks a bit. Yeah.
That's at least somewhat satisfying.
Everyone okay?
I had to join Bree in that one. That was definitely a shake it out moment.
I'm
I
doing
hate him so much.
We're gonna have to fight our way out of this.
To be fair, we kicked so much ass this episode.
You
That is-
No,
really
yeah.
did. Like the
You're
first hour,
badasses.
that was only an hour. I felt like that went on the whole. Like it was so intense.
Who says D&D can't do car chase scenes or
So we're gonna go around and going to talk about your favorite parts. Plug yourself, and also either what you're looking forward to the most or what you want your character to do next episode, in the last episode. I can't believe it's coming to an end. But yeah, so we will start with Hans.
Okay, I mean, there's times where I like going first. This is not necessarily one of them because I liked everything. I want to again reiterate that the chat was the key to victory in that first hour. Chat, you guys did everything. I mean, everybody else did awesome, cool stuff, but chat, you were the instrument that was necessary to make all that happen. Kicked ass, super awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm done with that. My favorite scene was when Zelda goes like, "So how far away is this taxi?" And it just like, she's like, "Let's just break some crap." That was great. I love that. That was the best game-changing moment, period. In a lot of really, really great moments. I was very impressed with everybody. Everybody did great. Loved it. Okay, so that's aside. What do I want to have happen next game? I want everybody else to be safe. That's what I'm shooting for in terms of how we're going to end the last episode. I want everybody else to be safe. That's all I'm going to hope for. And I'll end on that.
Plug yourself.
I am Hans. I plan to do nothing this weekend because I feel kind of burned out this week, and not because of Eden. Just it was one of those things where I was like, I'm going to take a break this weekend and just relax and do nothing. And so I'm going to do that. And Scrat's always got me covered, so no worries. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, and we're gonna hop down to Zelda. How are you, Zelda?
A badass.
I was thanking someone for giving me a sub to gift a nat 1 or nat 20, which I will be giving a 20 to Dot because I feel like
Aww.
one of our keys to victory here. Oh God, my favorite part. I love seeing Dot beat Adam with the butt of a gun. It was so satisfying. I mean, my prediction in Heart of Hearts of him dying this episode didn't come true, and I feel like that moment was the closest thing.
You were very close.
And what was the other thing I needed to say? Favorite moment and what I want to do? What I want to do is make sure that everyone is, none of you die. You're not allowed to die. That is plan A through plan Y is getting all of you out alive. So, hi, I'm Zelda. I played Vestal. We did a lot. There was a lot that happened. Those were my favorite parts. Thank you for joining us. You can follow me at Zelayanami on Twitter and Twitch. Sometimes I stream. Very not seldom, but sometimes I do. And sometimes I do things like this, D&D on Wednesdays and on Tuesdays. If you follow my Twitter, I will post when I'm about to go live. Have a good day.
Awesome, thank you. And I'm gonna hop over to Bree. Okay, Bree, did you remember to breathe this week?
Okay, so there was a point when I saw in chat when Scrat was like, "Remember to breathe," and I was like, I'm breathing. I'm still awake. Wow. Holy shit. Can we just, again, just a shout out to chat. Again, the first hour of the game was obscenely exciting. It was surreal. It was artistic. We had so much cohesion as a team, watching, Arnie fall from the sky and save that kid. Vestal is, flipping through the sky attached to this, car. JD is, breaking windows and, spinning out on her bike.
Dot is clinging to the edge of a car after being kicked out of it.
Dot has got fingers. Okay, I was gonna just say Dot got to hit Adam.
Well, that too.
Can I say that is easily the best hour of D&D role playing I think I've ever been a part of?
It was amazing. I gotta say my favorite part was getting a hit on Adam. I gotta say it was. It felt so satisfying, like ice in my veins. I felt so alive. Looking forward to next week. I have been monologuing in my head for the past week of the words Dot needs to say to Adam before she wrings his little neck. So that's my plan for next week. Monologue. I just have a few choice words. I don't even care. I don't even think Dot cares if she gets out alive at this point. She just wants to watch Adam crumble. She doesn't care about it. Literally, she could like blow up as long as she watches Adam fall. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm functional, normal human adult. I'm NPC Bree with 2 E's on Twitter. If you want to find me much less crazy in this way, you can catch me on my other streams. Sunday night is Return to Greyhawk on the Greyhawk channel, where I'm playing Nynaeve, who raises people from the dead every once in a while, because fuck it. You know, like she killed a dragon, rose it back to life, killed it again, basic D&D stuff. You can find me Mondays during the day, I think 1 p.m. Central Time, on the Greyhawk channel again, where I play Orchard, where I play a super stabby rogue who gets to kill a lot more things than Dot has been able to. It's very grim dark. We're in the Underdark Feywild, so it's very exciting. Tons of drow. Monday night, this upcoming week, will also be on Soulbear RPG, where we play Comedy of Strahd, which is a game where we burn down taverns, pretend to be insurance adjusters. I play Darla and wear a wig, and I'm multi-classing into every class. There's more to come, but I'm dealing with home dialysis right now, so we're a little bit busy with everything else. So just follow me on Twitter, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome, thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, Renee.
Hi, I'm Renee, and as every week, I am so shell-shocked at the end of this episode. I was like shaking during this one, so my back is gonna be like, I'm gonna have to maybe like do some workouts before I go to bed so that I don't just like sleep on this tension. But oh my gosh, every moment was so epic, and then like it went from like chaotic action epic to like tense intrigue epic at the end. So it was like we experienced the whole spectrum of epic this episode. And I think every single person did too. Like each character had some amazing moments. Great role playing, y'all. Chat, I'm gonna add my thanks to this cry that we're all sending up, because wow, thank you so much. My favorite moment was actually probably when Alice pushed the child out of the car. Which,
wow. Okay, Renee.
I know.
Chat talk about that one. I'll consult with that.
Okay. Here's why. It immediately raised the stakes for all of us. And we all suddenly felt like, I think we were like, yeah, let's kill Adam. Woo, let's go. And then we all went, whoom, as soon as that happened. And so everything just became so much more like real and thought through after that. And it was more evocative. So we're all like checking on each other in chat. So like we were okay with it, but and obviously we got away with it. We saved the child's life, because I don't think JD would have taken that well. But I also thanks to chat. Anyway, point is, that's my favorite moment.
Let it be noted that we on Eden only enjoy kids being pushed out of cars when they're used as plot devices.
And when their lives are saved by the heroes of the story.
Maybe not so exciting.
No.
I'm so excited to go through all of these clips in chat. They've posted so many of them.
Oh my gosh. Please just like send us clip links on Twitter. That would be epic. Speaking of, you can find me at RayDeanR. I have a lot of things, and I think I may have texted them to the chat already. I did. You can also find me at my website, raydean.com, where I post things occasionally, like blog posts, and probably maybe this week a prose version of that epic car chase scene, because it was very good. Also, I have a podcast, Fate and the Fable Maidens. It is an all-women D&D actual play podcast. Alice was on episode 19, which was not that long ago, and she did a fantastic job. You can find that at Fate FM Cast on social media, or at fatefmcast.com. And we're up for Discover Pod Awards right now, and in the kids and family category. So if you would be willing to go vote for our show, we would so appreciate it. We're up against some pretty great podcasts, and so whoever wins will absolutely deserve it. But we're really, really excited about it. And also, I am on Nerd Immersion, Rise of Tiamat campaign on Monday nights, alternating Mondays. So it was not this Monday, but it will be next Monday. And I play Rid, a rainbow changeling monk who is a bit of a disaster, and I love her. And then also, I just for the month of December started a game over on Chelsea's channel, Little Red Dot, and I'll be playing Morwen Locke, and she is a time and space witch who is very much out of her time and space, and that is the Witch Girls RPG. So having a lot of fun, playing a lot of different games, and really excited for what's to come.
Awesome. And if you have a link to vote for that thing, just pop that in
Let
chat
me find it.
as well. You pop that in chat as well. So I'm going to say my favorite bit before we go and raid Hive Queen. But I think the first hour for me was one of the best moments that we've ever had. I think it's really, really awesome. Just the whole imagery of saving the child, saving the mother, Vestal clinging on to this, like the hood of this car, and Dot just being a badass and pulling herself back in the car. I think probably through like pure rage, and then beating the crap out of Adam. But yeah, so I'm going to go through the last few things. So Discord, if you want to come and chat all these sorts of things, we now have a channel for each and every game we run, which includes Eden. So you can go in there, you can discuss theories and other things like that, or just vent, which I think is what most people do on there. YouTube, this will be up on YouTube very soon. You can go over there and see all of our other games as well, or catch up on this one from the very beginning in the playlist. Twitter, if you want to get into a game with us in season 2, our viewer games are not just D&D anymore, they're going to be Cypher System as well. So drop Scrat a message on Twitter, and we will, as soon as we start getting dates together, we'll put you in a game. It will be so much fun. I can't wait for this. We're I was about to say, what you can support us via Patreon, and also our merch, which you can find on Redbubble. We've got some awesome I'm just losing words today. Like, there's some awesome writing stuff over there by our wonderful Renee. I'm just
It was the game of Eden. We can't blame you.
Yeah, like I'm the DM and I'm not even processing stuff very well anymore. But we've also got some wonderful sponsors, some in the form of Bird and the Storm, which is the wonderful Tool School, and Bird vs. Plane, two people I adore, and we are working on some awesome stuff with them for next year. And also Mage Hand Press, who did the Dark Matter material, and if you want to see that in action, there is Argo 37, which is a viewer game I run tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST. Apart from that, I think we are all ready. I can't see, what was the war cry? Let's have a look. What did we go for? I think it was people die, that's what they do. But we're off to the raid now. I am White Rabbit Pick. That's where you can find me on Twitter. I am a photographer when I am not doing this. I love this so much. I can't believe it's the end next week. So thank you so much. Keep evoking emotions, and I'll see you for the finale next Wednesday. Bye.